Get physical. Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And tonight it's
And
Turkey
no,
Day
Jeremy,
Eve.
it was wrong. It wasn't me being like, ha ha, go put a fist in your butt, because it's
We're not
not
late.
true.
We're not late. We're on time. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was actually in the studio 2 minutes before Mike, so you're wrong. And
Yeah.
I also had a fresh dookie before I came in, so I'm all caught up.
Ready to go. His eyes are bluer and his back is straighter because he had a poopy.
Did you watch The Age of Disclosure?
I did. I forgot to mention that in the description that we were going to be reviewing that.
Good
I
time.
did watch it. I did watch it.
Yeah.
You know, man, you always want more of those things, though. It was, I don't know what to do with my hands. It's like, it's kind of the same thing you always hear and already knew, but the difference was the people saying it.
Yeah, they were all like, just as far as a documentary goes, it was paced well. They all had like all the people they interviewed were legitimate high-ranking or former high-ranking officials in the government. So it wasn't like a bunch of bad actors, and it like had some good background music. And like I said, it flowed in a nice way that you didn't really get bored. It's only an hour and 47 minutes, but it felt like it flew by. And April, who's my wife, that hates that, she hates documentaries or UFO stuff. She watched it. She thought it was really good. The thing about it is, though, is I just read a Reddit post about the documentary, and I think the documentary was good. I think there was some solid information in there, but someone said, I feel like this was more of a catch up for people that didn't know rather than any new information. And I was like, that's exactly what it is. It's more of a catch up. Now, it was interesting about some of the theories that they had floating out there that I had never heard, or at least some they were talking about energy manipulation and things that they use for fuel other than like regular like engine fuel, or like oil or whatever. And they were like, it's possible they use like a warp bubble, and that's why you can't see any kind of emissions. Like it bends time space. It gets really fantastical, and they explain it a lot better than I can. But it was super interesting and fascinating. And one of the biggest takeaways I think from the documentary that I took was the older guy. I don't remember what his official title was in the government, but he said I think, people always ask, well, if these things are so advanced, these UAPs or UFOs. I hate when they call them UAPs. They only do it to get rid of the stigma. They're UFOs. But they're like, if these he's like, people always ask, if these UFOs are so advanced in technology, why are there crashes? And he's like, well, I mean, we have fighter jets that are advanced, and accidents happen, like things happen where you can't control it, it might crash. But he said also, and this is the biggest part I think is awesome. He's like, maybe they left it here on purpose, like an ultimate IQ test for the Earth to see, hey, reverse engineer this and let's see what you're going to do with it. Let's see if you're going to build weapons of mass destruction with it, with this like untapped, limitless resource, or if you're going to use it to reach out to the stars.
I found scariest about that idea is that they were trying to, like, if they wanted to pick a side between countries, you know what I mean?
That guy said that. Yeah, he said, which side would you favor, or if it's more homogeneous, if you just like they're just leaning, because the UAPs. Supposedly there's been what do they call it, non-humanoid biologics that have been recovered, so alien bodies and other spacecrafts that's been recovered, but not just by the United States. Moscow has some, China has some, and they're all like working to figure out how this shit works. I think I really would imagine that if aliens were like leaving their spacecraft behind or their technology to see what humanity would do with it, I don't think it has anything to do with one country or the other. They just want to see if humanity can come together, put away our shit like little tiny arguments for a second, and work together to be able to make this thing work, or destroy each other. I don't know.
Yeah, and also like it's amazing. Like they really solidified and streamlined a lot of information that you hear, and it comes from random places. But like, it's like, is that a kook? I don't know. But where they start the documentary off and they show who each one of these guys are, and that they've all been high-ranking officials in the government.
Well, Marco Rubio is a big part in that. He's like the current Secretary of State.
Yeah. There's a bunch of dudes, and they all are, at the very least, like respectable people who have really held high-ranking jobs, and they're giving this information out. And they even told the story about how the aliens at one point flew to several different nuclear sites and just turned off and on the nuclear warheads, just turned them off and turned them off, just to show us, presumably, that they could do it. Now, are they doing that to show us, to be like, hey, you don't need this, put this away? Or are they being like, hey, don't ever come in my backyard starting shit?
Yeah, because I want you to barbecue, I invite you. You don't just get to show up at my doorstep. No, I think that's exactly what it is. I think it's obviously they're doing some reconnaissance on what weaponry we have available to us, but also to prove a point that if we want to, we can shut your shit down or we can make you destroy each other. Like, this isn't going to bother us at all. Like, you don't have the technology yet to fight us, and you're not going to ever be able to do it. And I think that one guy put it really well in the analogy. He's like, these, if they are, these aliens, if they're like, ants in your backyard aren't a threat to you if they're in your backyard and they stay in your backyard. But once they come into your house, they become a threat, and then you have to take care of them. Maybe it was a warning that, hey, you guys have figured out the atomic energy, but you don't have anything close to what we have, and you guys are never going to have that unless we give it to you. I don't know, man. I think it was a cool documentary, and like I said, one of the coolest things. Also, I got to say this too. George H.W. Bush. I didn't know. I said Butch. George H.W. Bush.
That's my drag queen name.
Yeah, Butch. Butch McQueen. No, he was a former director of the CIA in the Gerald Ford administration in the 70s before he became president of the United States. And actually, I looked this up. He's the only former director of the CIA that's ever become the president of the United States. Anyhow, he had given an interview to, I think, the documentary director, Jay something or other, and had told him that in 1966 at one of the Air Force bases, that one of these fuckers came down and landed on the tarmac and got out 3 alien beings and talked with uniformed Air Force personnel and non-uniformed CIA personnel. And then he asked about what was being said or whatever. He said that was above his pay grade, like it was classified. And Marco Rubio, who's the current Secretary of State, has said that the reason why this stuff is not given out freely to like the current administration, he's like, I think there's a misconception about how the Oval Office works. He's like, it's not like when you get elected president, you walk in, it's like, show me the spacecraft, take me to Area 51, I want to know everything. He said they're not going to give you that because it's a revolving door. You might be there for 4 years, you might be there for 8 years. The CIA, the head of the CIA, is an appointee by the president. So then when the new president comes in, they're just going to put somebody else there. So they're not going to reveal that. But there's layers beneath the government, like this secret saucy organization that's been there for like 30 years, and those guys have all the files, they have all this thing, and that's what leads into the thing called, I think it was called the Legacy Group, which is insane. And I 100% believe this. The Legacy Group is an organization within the government, a shadow organization where it's composed of 4 different groups. It's the CIA, which is the overall body of it, right? Then you have defense contractors, the Department of Energy, and the U.S. Air Force. And they're all tasked with various things like recovering crash UAPs and bodies. Then they're also tasked with reverse engineering. And the CIA, again, is like the overhead beast, or the head of this organizational beast. But yeah, you got to watch it, guys. It really is amazing.
And one thing I found fascinating too is that at one point they actually explained that there is religious pushback in the administration.
100%.
The guy said he's like, I've had people that you would never imagine, like, I don't know if he said senators. He said, I've had high-ranking officials, at the Pentagon, come up to me and kind of push me up against the wall, so to speak, or corner me and be like, what you're doing is the devil's work. And being like, telling people about this and talking about this, it's ungodly and it's like the devil's work, and like super crazy religious nutbags who don't want the world to know that there are aliens because of their own personal religion, which I think says a lot.
Department of Energy. Well, yeah, dude. Well, the Department of Energy isn't what, they don't just help your fiber cable optics and all that shit, the internet. They're in charge of energy renew. Like they do research on all sorts of stuff, like energy related, oil, coal, all that stuff. And they come up with technologies. They're involved in this hardcore. And that makes sense because they're the ones that are going to revert. If they have these UAPs, they could reverse engineer it and find out how they're tapping into this unlimited energy. But the guy that you're talking about, when he was talking about the Pentagon, he said there's a lot of Christian fundamentalists, which I have I'm myself a Christian. I have no problem with Christianity, but fundamentalists, which are crazy trained, like they go extreme, that they truly believe that any mention of UAPs or alien life form outside of the Bible is demonic or satanic, and therefore shouldn't be researched. And these aren't alien beings; these are actual demons. And that's the kind of crazies that they have in charge over there that don't want them to keep pushing. Now that could be a smokescreen and just tell them to shut the fuck up, and we don't keep pushing, and that's what's going to happen. But I don't know. I 100% believe that. But this guy said it's true. He was like, "It's not. If it were revealed tomorrow to the world that this is all real, and they have." So apparently they have like 80 years worth of research that's never seen the light of day that would prove conclusively, like high detailed pictures and all sorts of shit, that this is real. They said if they gave you that information tomorrow, it would challenge things on a level that had never been seen before in society. Like everything that humanity has ever thought about itself would be challenged the next day. Theological, economically, all these things would happen overnight, and that's what they're scared of. I think one of the guys the director of the documentary said he went to like the Secretary of Treasury. I think Donald Trump, Secretary of Treasury in 2017, had asked him, he's like, what would be the ramifications if Donald Trump got on the microphone today and said, this is all real? What would be the fallout for the Treasury Department? Because this is what they're worried about, which I understand, but shady shit, dude. Crazy.
Yeah. Stock market droppage, everything. Like, and what haunts me also is, I mean, imagine, dude, what if the aliens, like we were saying before, they dropped a couple UAPs in every single country just to see which country had the furthest tech reach and could figure it out the fastest. What if they went to whichever country they chose and made contact with the leader and was like, here's the thing. We want to have one voice in the entire world, and we want to be in control over it, and we want to have a good relationship with them. So what you're going to do is you're going to start a nuclear war, and you're going to kill off everybody else. And the reason you're going to do that, whether you want to or not, is because if you don't, we're just going to go over to Russia, and they will do it, and we'll give them the tech to do it. I mean, that's a crazy, that's tinfoil hat as it goes. That's scary shit.
I think that I think alien beings would be above that petty shit. They probably don't even care about borders, or like, you guys are fighting over land and oils. Who gives a shit? They probably are doing it for, like, I wouldn't say necessarily like they're doing it to be like the nice ETs in the universe, but just to see, like, run an experiment. Let's see if this backwater fucking no good planet that's violent, a violent species that haven't got over, basic shit like, the color of your skin, can handle this. And what are they going to do with it? And they're like sitting back in a very like scientific way and watching it unfold. They don't really give a shit. They just want to see what we do, to study it.
Yeah.
And that could be very well, but they could be like, there's a theory. I think, I remember hearing about this when I was watching the documentary. It kind of reminded me of it. It's called the prison planet theory, which is where basically we haven't had any contact with aliens, or at least they've never come down exclusively and talked with humanity, because we're considered a violent planet that they've shunted away from the rest of the galactic community, because they don't want to unleash humanity on the rest of the galaxy, because they're a warlike species. They're going to get technology they're not ready for, and what they're going to do with it, instead of better improving their lives and reaching for like cool and wonderful things to improve each other with, they're going to take over everything. They're going to go out into space and conquer.
I wish they would come down and give Andy Muschietti better CGI. They
won't do that. There's some things that even they can't solve.
Do you think the aliens want to fuck us, by the way? Like, I know we want to naturally, like, our first thought.
I don't even think they have wieners. I think they're built like Barbie and Ken. I don't think there's anything down there. I think they're just. Have you ever seen Coneheads? No. They probably don't even have a butt crack.
Oh, that would suck. I'd hate to not have a butt crack. But if I was in prison, that would.
But here's the thing. If you just look historically, right? If you look historically, when settlers have come over from like Europe, and they came to North America, they tried, they were playing the nice game with the natives and stuff like that. And then once they found out these motherfuckers got like tomahawks and bow and arrows, bitch, we got gunpowder. Let's just take their shit. Yeah. And they did. They took their shit. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. That's exactly what they don't want to have. If aliens were watching that shit, they're like, you going to let these motherfuckers out in space?
Yeah, but have they seen Sydney Sweeney?
That's true. She could bring about intergalactic peace with them big jugglets.
Have they seen Jean-Claude Van Damme's Bloodsport?
Yeah.
They know what entertainment we can offer.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I think it's a purposeful design that they don't want. They just don't want to see. They don't want to put weapons in. Imagine putting a loaded handgun into a 2-year-old kid's hand with their finger up. That's what they look at humanity, like a bunch of babies that are like not ready for what's out there yet.
I kid, but in all honesty, dude, like, human beings are all obsessed with, titans of industry, all this stuff like that, the ozone layer, gay, all these things like that. But really, if the aliens had any use for us, they probably have all better technology than we do. They probably have all that stuff.
You know what?
But what the only thing we actually have to offer, what would actually save us if the aliens came down and wanted to wipe us out, is art. That sounds stupid. That sounds some hippy dippy shit.
So dumb.
But it's true. That's the one thing they may not be able to.
Yes.
That's the one thing they may not be able to replicate with all their technology. Same with AI. Our funniness, our hot boobies, and our art. And that's I'm genuinely being honest. Like, they might like our movies. Like, who the fuck watches The Sopranos and goes, I'm gonna get rid of all these motherfuckers? No one. They want more Sopranos. I'm dead serious.
I think honestly, what would the biggest shock to the system for a lot of people would be is if they found out, because I think in the documentary they mentioned There could be something that would be never revealed, or if it is revealed, it would be way later on, even if a bunch of information started coming out, because it would be so extreme that it would probably turn everything upside down. And I think what that could be is that, and again, I'm Christian, I am, and I believe in God, but if the religious doctrines of the world and all these very, very popular religions, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, all that is based on extraterrestrial beings that came down and performed what ancient man would consider divine gifts, and that would destroy the foundation of these religions if it's found out that all these angelic experiences or moments that have happened that were wrote in the Bible or in the Quran or whatever were actually in fact alien, and they weren't divine, they weren't angelic, they weren't heavenly, they were intelligent species well beyond our own that had come and helped humanity at certain times. Now, it might not be that. It could also be something even just as like they built the pyramids, they built they built all this shit. Glenn's butt said, I bet the aliens already have a PS6. Fucking yeah, they do.
Yeah, they've been playing Grand Theft Auto the whole time. And I still believe.
I don't do it is ancient aliens. That's very true. That there are depictions of what would be considered modern day saucers in a lot of paintings that are religious tech or whatever, but it's not. It all comes. This documentary was really good, and like we talked about earlier, it's not so much like you're gonna get revealed new information. It's gonna catch you up if you're out of the loop. That's what it is there for.
Yeah, and not just that, but I mean, some of that stuff could have been man-made too. The scriptures and all those things like that. I mean, I'm not saying.
Well, religion itself is man-made, but
yeah, like in general, like that all's good.
Andromeda. I hope they bring back Elvis. You'll be the first to go. That's stupid. Independence Day taught that shit.
I could tie it into religious stuff. What if the aliens are doing that? What if they're looking at us like Santa Claus and they've got basically a naughty list and a good list, and they're basically doing their own version of the rapture, whereas they look at and when they're ready to come down, they're like, all right, Karen and 2B, she's a bitch, she has to go. John over here has a funny YouTube channel, he can stay. I like this guy. We're definitely going to get rid of Bryan Singer because that guy's a creepy fuck. Like, what if they and they come down and it is their version of the rapture where they go, okay, you guys can't survive like this, we're going to go ahead and Thanos wipe all the shitty assholes out and then let the rest of you stay and create a utopia.
It could be. By the way, somebody
I'm on some shit tonight.
JT Custom says, isn't this from Prometheus? Yeah, some of the theories are out there. Like, there's a theory that what if they seeded the Earth with us? Like, what if they made us? What if it wasn't divine? What if we were just experiments that the aliens made in a lab and they put these fucking these things on Earth and they wanted to see how they evolved over millions of years and where they go. The other thing was
totally be a worm farm.
PJ say Jay just wants to get probed by the aliens. I do, but for scientific reasons, not for like any sexual things, you weirdo. God, yeah, you can stick it in my butt. What? No, but
that guy liked it.
So X-Shin said, what if the aliens travel back in time? There actually was a theory out there that they're not aliens, that they're actually proto-humans that have developed time travel that come back in time and use interdimensional gateways. Another theory that's out there, and is that what if they're not coming from outer space? What if they've been here alongside of us all along and
they're
they branched out?
Ocean, bro.
Yeah, dude. We haven't even. There's 80% of that motherfucking ocean we haven't even explored, and that's exactly what one of them said. They said if they were out from outer space, or if they lived here and branched off the evolution of humanity at some point, where would be the perfect place to hide and build bases under the fucking water where we don't even know? We haven't even mapped it.
Under the sea. The Abyss made an entire movie about it. The Abyss was about that. Literally, the aliens were in the whole of the ocean, and that they've seen the UAPs go into the ocean for crying out loud. They've seen them go into the ocean before, so it makes so much sense that's
Terrence, this calls for a drink.
I totally believe that they're in the ocean. That makes so much sense. But by the way, there's some possible news on that, because after I watched The Abyss, I went on a deep dive about the middle of the ocean. It's like, why haven't we explored 85% of the ocean or whatever it is?
Can't get down there.
Can't get down there because it's pressure, but they're building these ROVs. They have another name for them, remote operated vehicles, but it's a different name for them. But they're building them to be able to withstand the pressure, and they can report back. They don't have to be human manned. They can put them to the ocean floor, and they could quickly map everything they see and send us back the information. But you got to think that could be a very, very bad thing. We're going to see all sorts of
like it was illegal like this.
it's literally signs.
It was like
Vamonos, children.
It was like an adolescent alien that got out of the house early, and he like didn't know that they were probing the ocean. He was like, they're like, yeah, we just got our confirmed finding.
Yeah, but in all honesty, like that could be a very bad thing. Because we're gonna see a bunch of cool squids and shit like that. We're gonna see some awesome, scary titty under the sea monsters. However, what if the aliens go, oh, they found us? And like you said earlier, what happens when the ant farm's in your house? Then they go, all right, they found us. We got to wipe these ones out and go back to the dinosaurs for a little while and redo the whole thing. That's a possibility. So maybe we don't want to know. Maybe our curiosity shouldn't get the fucking best of us. I don't know.
Maybe curiosity did kill the pussy, as it says. It was a cat.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. I mean, giving it a ranking as far as a documentary, it's hard to do because documentaries are subjective as fuck. But I would say, honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it about a 9. I think it was put together really, really well. And I mean, they're all experts. They're not bad actors or anything like that. The music is pretty good, and it flows well enough to where it gets the point across without like weighing you down with a bunch of shit that goes in a million different directions. So
I'm at a 7.5 just because if you didn't know any of this information before, I could see it ranking higher. But kind of knowing all this, they kind of oversold this as like, oh my god, it's going to change the world. When, like you said, it's basically the same information we had before, neatly packed in. So I think it was definitely overblown, but it was still cool.
I would have loved to watch this with you all. Like if we could have shown this on screen with the live chat going, that'd be fucking done. Like it's definitely something to go watch it with people that are into that stuff because that shit, it was fun.
Yeah. So that's the age of disclosure. Real quick, not a full review or anything, but I do want to point out something else I watched this week on old Netflix. If you like true crime, you got to watch this Perfect Neighbor thing, dude. You should watch.
She looks like they just grabbed her dirty old sack tits. She's like, oh my god.
She is the worst, dude. The absolute worst Karen you've ever seen in your life. This plays out. It's a true crime documentary, but it plays out. It's kind of the opposite of age of disclosure. It plays out totally without a bunch of other people's opinions on it. It's literally you watch it through the police cam footage. This crazy Karen lives in a neighborhood. And she's that lady there. She's white as she's translucent. She looks like an alien, and she lives among a lot of African American families with a lot of kids. And she constantly calls the cops on these kids for just playing in the yard next to her house. I mean, any chance she gets, she goes out and starts shit with these people. And every time the cops come, she acts like a victim. And all the whole town's like come together to like tell the cops like, no, she's crazy. She like yells awful things at our children and all this stuff like that. And it keeps happening and happening and happening. And eventually somebody gets shot. And that's all I'll say because I don't want to spoil it. But you see it all take place through police footage and through the interviews with this woman and everything. And it is fucking wild, dude. You've never wanted to just shove your fist in a woman's face as bad as you do this lady. Holy shit. And it's at times it's satisfying too because you know, she gets what she deserves at times. I'm not saying whether she does all the way through, but at times you're like, ha, gotcha, bitch. And it feels good.
Mercutio 80 says her arrest is on YouTube.
It is. But watch the documentary instead. The documentary's got it all, dude. It's better. It's sad though. There's a moment in that's it's heartbreaking. It's hard to watch. I can't believe they showed some of this shit, but it's really entertaining if you're into those things.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm losing my breath.
By the way, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Happy early Thanksgiving. We got that going tomorrow for those that are American. If you're not American, I don't give a shit.
Hey, when I was a logistics manager, I had a guy that was on my shift that he was one of my employees, and he was a Jehovah's Witness. So he did not celebrate. And basically the way my mind works is every single time I saw the motherfucker on accident, I'd be like, Merry Christmas. I don't even say that to people. But for some reason, he told me, he was like, I don't celebrate. Please don't include me in those.
Subconsciously, you want to fuck with him, trigger him.
I'm like, you ready for that turkey tonight? Gobble, gobble. And I'm like, oh, fuck, that guy's going to kick my ass or at least get me fired one day. But it happened all the time. But he wouldn't even like, everybody would go and like do the office turkey stuff. And he wouldn't even go. He's like, no, I'm going to sit at my desk and eat butter and jelly. And I'm like, that's cool, man.
I never got that. I never said happy holidays. I was like, that shit's gay. I'm gonna say Merry Christmas. If you don't like it, go suck my white ass. It's Merry Christmas. So go fuck yourself.
Can't you just like be like, I mean, like if you don't celebrate, that's totally fine. I don't think anybody should give you shit for it. But like, even if you don't celebrate, why can't you just have some fucking turkey and
well, if somebody came up to me at the airport, it's like Happy Hare Krishna Day or whatever it's called. Hare Krishna. I said Hare Krishna. I wouldn't be like offended. I was like, I'm not gonna have a moment where I like take them aside and be like, I'm just gonna point this out. You deeply offended me. and you win against everything that I stand for. And please don't ever greet me in such a way again. Thank you.
I'll make it up to you on your birthday.
What?
Ah, shit.
You idiot face. All right. It's like, if you don't celebrate it, you don't want to open cool presents up in front of a Christmas tree, you fucking degenerate, then that's not my issue. Go fucking like light a candle and stick it in your ass. I don't know. No, I don't know. I mean, I remember I worked at places like you can't say Merry Christmas anymore. I was like, I'm not doing that shit.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's like being like, hey, nobody here can eat peanuts because that kid's allergic to peanuts. I mean, obviously you have to have another option. You have to have another option, but you can't talk about peanuts. That seems weird. I can't speak about peanuts because that kid likes that kid's going to die if he eats peanuts. That's weird.
Speaking of salt peanuts, how did our review go over there at the comment section for episode 5 of Welcome to Dairy? Were they a little bit more better about it because we didn't shit on it?
No, it's just, one guy said, one guy was like, let me guess, the whole episode is just Mike yelling about the CGI. And I was like, excuse me, if what you mean is Mike is calling out and asking for better quality for the viewers of Welcome to Dairy, then you're correct, sir. Thank you.
Only 98% of it. God, you're way off. You're way off.
I guess some of us just have higher standards than others. I don't know what to tell you.
The only reason I brought it up because you mentioned how badly we were getting like fucking not roasted, but like people were losing their shit about it in the comment section in the last 2 episodes we did before that one. Yeah, we did like this. The 5th episode was better. Pennywise came out. I didn't love the Pennywise reveal. He looked like a sports card, like a cartoon sports card to me. But hey, people like it, and that's okay, and I'm happy for him. But I stand as a white American female to say whatever the fuck I want. Good job.
Because I can do that, and not because I'm white. I don't know why.
Because you have a pussy.
Exactly.
That's what it is. I like it.
Exactly.
I like it. Stand tall on that.
We have fun news for you guys tonight, but we also have a very, very, very important. I have 2 StreamYards open. I did not realize that. We have a very, very, very important. It's going to change the world tier list tonight. Get ready to get excited because it's turkey time. We're going to be tier list ranking all of the Thanksgiving treats available to you at din time tomorrow. By the way, Packers play the Lions tomorrow. Very excited about that. They better not ruin my fucking Thanksgiving because I'll just drink a whole bottle of Maker's Mark and yell at the kids. I'm just kidding. I won't.
Somebody's going to get smacked at the dinner table. That's for damn sure. My Packers lost.
But before we get into that, I got something a little special for someone a little special. And when you guys make a super amazing, awesome super chat, or StreamYard elements where you can make your super chat known without YouTube taking their 30%, then sometimes this happens. And we have a special Thanksgiving version of it for our friend.
You slammed her, you dumped her donut, you gave her dog a snozzage. Give me a fucking break, he's probably a queer.
I made them by hand.
Enough! This Michael Myers! You stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey! Bullshit!
Take that damn thing off.
I like it. I like how it's really funny, but at one point we insult the guy by saying, "Give me a break. He's probably queer."
I had to include it because I was trying to include dinner scenes. Dinner scenes. Lee, the Machine Bowers, give him a break. He's probably queer. Says, "Hey, my handsome fellas, happy Thanksgiving. Hey, Loomis. Hey, Chalice. Be on y'all's best behavior. Loomis, reminder: you're stuffing the turkey, and Chalice, you're making the pies. Don't forget the Cool Whip, and Michael will be supervising y'all both."
Lee, I would just like to stuff you back in the closet.
I'd like to stuff him.
I know you would. Your homo
right in there.
sexual tendencies come out during Thanksgiving. It's disgusting.
Oh,
Lee,
yeah.
I don't know why you're worried about stuffing turkeys or goddamn setting the pies. Just worry about your own ass.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting boy. Disgusting. Michael will be supervising. Michael is not supervising anything, and the only thing I will supervise with Michael is when I finally stand over his corpse and how far lower in the ground he must go.
Yeah, I'm proud to be in charge of the pies because he knows I'm a pie man. I'm a pie man. What I want to do is I want to put cream in all the pies. And if your grandmother goes into anaphylactic shock, I can also give her a cream pie and also save her because I'm a doctor. I'll give her CPR. And then when your sweet Uncle Charles is getting upset about politics at the dinner table and causing a ruckus, I'll just say, "Hey, come on, sweet thing." I'll pat him on the booty and we'll go take a nap together. I like
That's
to
why
nap
you're
with
working
family
on the
members.
third restraining order. We see.
Not from family members. No, they just don't invite you. But I show up anyways because I have a lot of money because I'm a doctor and they have to let me in because my kids are in there.
EBT doesn't count. It's government funding.
Thank you, Lee. Dude, you're the best, man. We really appreciate that.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, dude.
Very, very fucking kind to you. One day, dude. One sweet Christmas.
Have we ever met Lee? I don't think Lee's ever come out to any kind of gatherings or whatever.
No, he's too hot.
Yeah. His monster truck might intimidate too many people.
If that wasn't a good enough turn for you guys, as I always say, like the dude eating the chocolate pretzel, I always say, one good turn deserves another.
You slammed her, you dumped your donut, you gave her dog a snozzle. Give me a fucking break, he's probably a queer.
I made them by hand.
Enough! This Michael Myers!
You stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey!
Bullshit!
Take that damn thing off.
I didn't make those shorter.
Hi,
What's the Thanksgiving one?
It gets me every time.
I like it right there in this little Idaho.
I see you on the first piece.
DJ fucking Graham says, good news, boys. Work at 9, but we all get off early at midnight.
Fuck yeah.
You will if I'm in charge of it, pal. Plus, I lied and told my boss I would be there an hour early to help out after he ambushed me to ask how early I could be there, and I kind of hesitated. And that's the fucking worst,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, dude.
The worst when your boss just hits you up around the corner like an office space and you're trying to sneak away and he's like, hey, how's it going? You're like, hey, man, you're being pretty nice today. This is cool. Us having a conversation. Like, man, maybe we'll be best friends and you'll give me a promotion. They're like, yeah, can you come in for 12 hours on Saturday? And you're like, fuck.
I guess I won't have a life outside of this at all. I guess I'll just come in here and slave the fuck away for bullshit wage. That sounds great. How about you? Let's have a good time. Are we going to have turkey here? No? Well, fuck it. I guess we'll just sit here like assholes and like pretend that we're having a good time at work with the festive decorations.
9 to midnight's not a bad shift though, but dude, the thing is that those are actually the sneaky ones, the worst ones. I used to do a split where I worked 12, 12, and 4, or no, I worked 16, 16, and 4 hours. But those 4 hours days fucking sucked. Like, because you go in knowing the entire time, short day, short day, short day. It's like a day off. It's like a day off, but you got to get dressed. You got to go into the office, or wherever you work, and then the clock just slows down and you're just like, why is this 4-hour day going slower than the 16-hour day? Because you just kind of give into it at that point, you know, you let yourself be ripped apart by the gods.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, fuck yeah.
And once you start doing that, they ask you all the time, which is the shittiest part. I remember I had a boss that would do that. She's like, can you come in, just work a couple hours? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And then every other fucking weekend, they'd be like, we're kind of short staffed there. Can you come on in? I'm like, God damn it. And then I'd come in and I'd be fucking mad, probably hungover. And they're just like, what's wrong, Jonathan? What's wrong? I'm like, nothing. This is a great fucking job, you motherfucking bitch.
Yeah. And that's the worst thing. You got to watch for that because it's, hey, that's how you move ahead, right? You always say yes, whatever. You always move ahead. But the problem with that is if you do any kind of shift work, then the boss starts to realize I can't promote this motherfucker because I need him to cover those tough shifts. And if he leaves, I'm double fucked. So they always hire some kid with a degree. Stupid idiot.
Dude,
from college.
It's all bullshit politics in there too. Like if you get really good at your job, and I'm not discrediting anybody that wants to move up and when they're working and get good at their job, but I got really good as a tech and they never hired anybody new. And it was just me and this other tech that was working 12-hour fucking shifts, sometimes 13. And they'd only hire like half a part-time staff to come in to help for like the last 4 hours of the shift because they knew that we were doing all that shit. And they didn't need to. So these corporate companies, these cocksucking bastards will cut you out. I don't know. I could go into a whole rant about that, but I won't.
He gets upset when he talk about his chitlins.
I don't like it.
Chitlins. And we are going to answer every single super chat and every single stream elements. We appreciate all of them. It's just that when someone is extra kind like that, we always want to make sure we give them a reach around because it's necessary to do. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
But in the meantime, let us Spirited Away. I don't know what that fucking means. It's an anime movie for dorks. Dorks watch that stuff. I don't because I'm cool. I'm just kidding. I want to get into anime. I'm rambling. Let's tier list rank turkeys. It's stuffing and all of it, starting with sweet potato pie. Sweet potato casserole, which my wife will not be making this year because she's a horrendous woman.
Puritan.
She has her headphones on.
Puritan.
I like it, man. I do.
I think it depends on how it's made. It's good as fuck if it's made right, but it's super like mom used to make them do, and she'd burn the fuck out of those marshmallows. They look like they had been in the electric chair by the time she was done with it. I'm like, it's all crusty and shit. I come over to it, I'm like, oh, it's really nice. And mom's like, honey, get you a plate. I'm like, mom, I don't know. She's like, you like this? I'm like, mom, I like it. And then she just scooped that fucker up and glob it onto my plate. It was all burnt up and shit. It looked like a goddamn massacre. And I was like, all right, well, so if it's done right, it's fuckable. But I had bad experience with it, but I'll put it in fuckable for me.
I think fuckable is exactly where it belongs. I don't think it's that great, to be honest with you. The mushrooms is a nice touch. It is something that it's a way to get your kids to be able to, if your kids are little shits with diabetes, it's a way to get them to eat vegetables somewhat with the sweet potato because it's covered in. But you're right. I don't like it when people over sugar it because you can have some brown cinnamon crumbles. You can have way too many marshmallows and then it gets syrupy. Don't like that. But I like to add a little on there because it's fun and it's festive. So I think fuckable's the right. I agree with you on that one. We will let you guys.
Mom was when we had to get our plates for Thanksgiving. She reminded me of that lady from Billy Madison. She goes, they all like my sloppy joes, and just would fill your plate up with shit you didn't like, and it would literally look like a burn victim.
Yeah. It's overcooked too. So we don't have time to put all of these to a vote for you guys. What we are going to do is every time we do one of these, we're going to read some of your opinions of the foods that we do. JT Customs never tried it. Well, it's like Jay eating ass. You know, you have to try it at least once.
I'd rather not go into the poop chute factory and sample the goods. I'm good, thanks. That's like, hey, you never licked the sewer pipe before, huh? Oh, you don't know if you like it if you don't try it. No, thanks. I know.
You ever sucked off a catalytic converter?
I'm sorry. Duty water comes out of there. I'm good, thanks. I don't really need to try that to know that it's bad for you.
By the Gab's like, I'm not into sweet potatoes.
Respect.
I'm not into sweet potatoes. I don't like that. Venom
like
says
that.
All timer. Never had it again. Bane loves sweet pie. I think he's talking about something different. I think he's horny right now. It's kind of mid in Canada. Well, that's crazy because Canada has poutine, right? You guys should have the best fucking shit. Just like I eat it. I eat white people food. I think it's. I don't know. Is it? Would that? I feel like if I went,
I don't know. I think that's across the racial relations. I think all people enjoy that.
Yeah,
maybe like not. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I've never been to a Black Thanksgiving, so I don't know. I don't have any kind of comparison. But I thought everybody had that. At least somebody brought that shit. It's probably the white person of the Black family that brought that over. You might be right. The white in-law. The white in-law. They're like, everybody's bringing something, and then the white in-law shows up with that shit. Like, yep, I knew it.
Yeah, I would expect to see that at a Black family Thanksgiving. I don't know. And now that you mention it, dude, I kind of have a need to go to an all Black family.
I'd love to go. I want to see that. I want to be a part of it.
I wonder how it's different. And I'm definitely not going to make any assumptions because that would be really racist. It would get me into trouble. But like, I wonder how it is.
Probably better food.
Well, let's not get crazy. I mean, we don't. I bet
it's 100% better food.
Like in some cases, yeah, certain foods, I'm sure. But like, let's just not, cast aspersions on all of white people. Like we can't cook. Isn't that a thing though? Don't they say that about white women? Like they don't season anything. Isn't that like a joke? Like a stereotype?
I don't know, but we're getting really far into the weeds.
I really want to stop talking about this. Resident Evil says, I can't eat that. Put it in that ass.
God damn. You are Resident of Dr. Evil. What the shit is that?
This is the only channel with 2 watts that you'll ever see openly on a live stream debate the pluses and minuses of an all-Black Thanksgiving.
It's just curiosity. It's not racist. It's just curiosity.
Yeah, can we ask these questions of each other? Yeah. I feel like that should be fine. I feel like it's
sharing of knowledge is growth.
Yeah. Why do I feel like Will Ferrell and Anchorman too when he's he's dating the Black girl and he's there with all her family? He's like, Grandma, put the crack pipe down. They all beat the shit out of him. Yeah, because he's like, I'm trying to racially assimilate.
Because he's trying not to be awkward, so he thinks he has to do that. Yeah, that's great.
If you don't have Courtney said, if you don't have sweet potato pie Thanksgiving, you didn't have Thanksgiving dinner. So
I can see that argument.
Yeah. So we're not having it this year. I saw some yesterday or today at the store, and I said, "Are we having sweet potato casserole?" And then Katie said, "No."
Katie doesn't celebrate colonizers' holiday. That's what it is.
Never got once.
She just took her headphones off, so I had to sneak that one in there. How about this one? Speaking of my wife, she makes an amazing one of these. Now that looks disgusting, but this, in my opinion, dude, it's an all-time tier. Now I think people will disagree.
What the
with
fuck
me.
is that? It looks
It's
like the
broccoli
Jolly
ca-
Green
it's a-
Giant took a shit in
it's-
a plate.
It's a terrible rendition of broccoli casserole. Appropriately, you're gonna have some fucking Velveeta on that bitch. You're gonna have some crackers crusted up, and I'm talking like 4 big ass blocks of Velveeta. Stuff your ass, like really brick your ass up on the toilet. A fucking amazing. It's an all timer for me, but I know it won't be for everyone.
I think I've only had it once.
Yeah, so you're not because it looks disgusting. I get that, and broccoli.
No,
it
definitely is one of those things that I'd probably like. I don't know about that if I saw it, but I'd probably try. I think I liked it. I can't remember though, so I can't really vote on it because I don't remember it.
Yeah, it's crazy because like this is not gonna get. I feel like I have to like just kind of omit this because like you haven't had the broccoli casserole I'm talking about. It seems like nobody in the chat's had it. A lot of passing. You can't go off this picture, guys. I know you eat with your eyes. Everyone's either not had it or thinks it's gross. So I'm just gonna remove it from the equation. I just want you to know that I think it's an all-timer.
It's diarrhea.
Yeah, I don't have to get you. How about macaroni and cheese? It's not a great picture of mac and cheese either.
Mac and cheese will always touch the sun almost. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't fucking matter. Mac and cheese is a goddamn staple of the earth. And if aliens do come down, we'll offer them a bowl of mac and cheese. And we're all going to sit around and talk about how we're going to move forward.
Honestly, how could you even fucking shitty trailer park craft mac and cheese in an instant cup is fucking delicious.
Now, I will say that you can fuck this up because I don't like that when it gets crusty on the top. I don't like that crustation without representation on top of my mac and cheese. I just don't like that. So if the cheese is overcooked, I don't like that. It kind of the texture changes and it makes me feel grossed out, like I'm eating burnt shit.
Yeah.
Instead of like a delicious bowl of creamy, cheesy macaroni dish, I'm eating burnt shit.
I also don't like it when people make it too fancy. And I'm not saying there's like a perfect middle ground. Like people make it a little bit fancy so it tastes homemade. It's got that homemade taste to it, but some people do too much and it's too rich. Like my favorite thing is to let this bitch shit in the refrigerator for a couple days.
Shit or
just get ripped the next day, go in there, just fucking take it out with a spoon, pour some hot sauce on it, and just fuck it up.
Oh, yeah. I can't do it anymore, dude, but hot sauce on that shit, god damn. Now that's a fucking meal that makes you a man. It grows fucking ass hair for you. That's it. Yeah. But then again, I will say I've tried barbecue sauce in that shit, like a little barbecue sauce in that. Good.
I would do that. I would fuck with that. Fancy people put it like on other meals. You can't be doing this at Thanksgiving. You don't want to do too much. We're not that white. But some, you go to fancy restaurants, they put truffles in mac and cheese. That's disgusting. Gross. But they do put lobster in mac and cheese, which is pretty fucking good. I've had that.
When I sit down at Thanksgiving dinner, dude, back in the day when I had Thanksgiving dinner, I'd sit down like one of the clumps, the older man. He was like, "I'll tell you something else." He was like, "Lose weight, get in shape." I tell you what healthy is. I know what healthy is. I just start pouring shit on my shit. And then he goes, "You know what that is? That's all that fat." He goes, "You could just peel the skin off it." He goes, "Protein. Get big like me."
I should have included some Nutty Professor in the Thanksgiving clip, dude. I forgot all about that shit.
He goes, "Oprah gonna lose her ass. She has a fox."
Fat Roller says, "I like it with bacon."
That's true.
Mr. does not like the idea.
Hey, it's not bad. I'm not telling you to listen. I'm not telling you to go lick a butthole. Try the barbecue sauce. Safer.
Tanner, wonderful young man, says Miracle Whip mixed with mac and cheese is solid. That sounds fucking disgusting.
Nah,
I'm sorry. That sounds awful.
I'm sorry, man. Listen, I know I just gave a little spiel about trying it, but nah, I can't go on this journey with you. That shit's too far.
Mayonnaise will surprise you. Like it's good on fries and shit. You don't want to put it on the fries. Too much mayonnaise, you will fuck anything up. So I get it. Brisket and mac and cheese is tasty. Some other guy. Taco box. Taco box. Actually. Ray Guy said he put it once in the oven to melt the cheese and went to do something else and left it too long and ruined it. Yeah, you don't want it crispy. It can't be crispy.
Yeah, if it's burnt, it's nasty.
It can't be crispy at all. But there was a lot of love for it. I love mac and cheese, but he's fucking high.
I don't trust you if you don't. If you don't like that shit, I don't trust you. If you're lactose intolerant, okay. But
Josephine likes it brown on top. Yeah, you could put it in the broiler and get a lactose.
I'll bet you too.
Shit says Jay, you don't like anything good.
Well, your name is the Shit Hawk. Obviously, you don't like anything good. Your name is the Shit Hawk.
I like it.
And I know your name's not the Shit Hawk. His name was changed because of. Why did YouTube do that? Did anybody ever find out why the fuck YouTube changed everybody's name?
No, we never did find it out. Clinton says it's the most overrated food of all time. That's wrong. That's just wrong, Clinton. I don't eat it because I'm already fat, so I have to like stay away from it. But I will put some on the Thanksgiving meal. Like I will fuck it up on Thanksgiving because you can. And
Dude, you know what? KFC makes a pretty good mac and cheese. It's not bad.
I don't remember ever having it, but it probably yeah.
You get with the bucket of chicken. It's pretty good.
Tastes a little more traditional. What did we say? We said almost touches the sun, right?
That's for me. Yeah, that's what I voted.
I'm right there with you. It's not like you don't like it's not the best thing on your plate, but it wouldn't be Thanksgiving without it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Another one.
Mashed potato.
Mashed potatoes. Pillowy mounds of mashed potatoes.
All-timers.
Where are you going with this one?
I love mashed potato. I love mashed potato.
Courtney loves mashed potatoes too. I know that. Listen, though, it depends on the mashed potatoes.
The chunky ones can get annoying. If you get the chunks in them, a little annoying.
Too chunky. But I didn't know this. My entire life, I had minute mashed potatoes or whatever. Like it comes in the box, and I think those are delicious. But you can also have the kind of crappy like Bob Evans ones or whatever. But I still fuck with those. But the best kind is the homemade, just a touch chunky. Katie will actually, and I know this.
What? No, I just remembered. I had a memory that shot through my brainstem. I had to share it. We were talking about chunking the mashed potato, and Mom, bless her, she always tried to make like really good meals, and she did her best. And she like made everything from scratch. And I remember one year she made mashed potato, and I came in and I had some, and dude, I spit out like a half a fucking potato from that motherfucker. Like I was eating it, and like I spit, like I was like, what the fuck? And it was like a half. It was like a big chunk of fucking potato that came out. And I'm like, Mom. And she's like, honey, I mashed that. I'm like, with what? Plastic? I don't know. But yeah, she
would be so mad if she was listening to you talk right now. You were just disparaging my mom. First,
no, I'm not. Mom made good shit. But I'm sorry, she couldn't make good mashed potatoes.
First, it was the fucking salmon cakes. Then you talk about her burning
salmon patties, and they're fucking disgusting. And I don't give a shit what you say, dude. That smelled like a fucking hooker's vagina in the fucking middle of 7-Eleven. That smelled like good shit. Though.
Put some ketchup on that shit. I love.
God damn, that's gross as fuck. Dude.
I love them shits. We even made them here one night. They didn't taste like that, but they were still good. I'm gonna ask to meet me in the middle because I think I can't put it above mac and cheese like that. Like it's
okay,
dead ass equal with mac and cheese, in my opinion.
We can put it for touches of the sun. I mean, that's fine because you're right. Maybe it has to be prepared a certain way to be an all-timer. But if it's done right, it's an all-timer.
Yeah. Now, and you're right, Jeremy. Gravy is going to be its own food group, but you got to put some gravy on that shit too. I mean, that's.
I never. You like? Yeah, I don't know. I think the gravy, like, it depends on the gravy too, because the gravy is too salty sometimes, and it just takes away from the flavor of the potato.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I agree. Andromeda garlic roasted. I think I just kind of
want that sounds good as fuck though. I never had it, but it sounds good as hell. A vampire would hate it, but I think it sounds good.
But on Thanksgiving specifically, you just gotta load that bitch up with gravy and salt. I don't want extra. I don't want anybody getting too fancy on Thanksgiving.
I like to take a biscuit and put the potatoes inside the biscuit, make a mashed potato sandwich.
Fucking yeah, dude. Fucking yeah, and then dip that bitch.
That's what you do.
Dip that bitch in the gravy. Fat Roller says I like it with the skin in it. I don't like it when they put the skin in it, dude.
I think you're a serial killer.
Me or Fat Roller?
Fat Roller. I don't know. I don't trust you.
Fancy like old country restaurants always try to put some skin in that bitch, and I don't like that at all.
I'm just kidding, Fat Roller. It might be good. I don't know. I just don't like I like it when it's completely like smooth. When it's smooth potato.
Yeah, I like a little bit of chunk in it, like peanut butter. Dawn says they try mashed potatoes with sour cream mixed in and good.
That actually sounds pretty good.
I could fuck with that. Put some chives in that bitch. Ooh. Sour cream. Yeah, I like that.
Hey, no, never mind. It'd be weird. I was like, what if you had a baked potato and you had some fucking mashed potatoes and you put some chives in that shit and you put it inside the potato with some cheese on that bitch?
It's almost too much potato. Like it's too much. You're tasting different, but it all tastes the same.
Yeah, you walk out looking like a clump after one bite.
All right, so mashed potatoes. Yeah, I feel like it goes. I'll do you this. I'll put it above mac and cheese. But yeah, just because you like it so much.
I can't wait for somebody to come in. Like, I thought this was a horror channel. What the fuck is this?
Hey, you do Thanksgiving wrong, it can become a horror channel. This is going to be divisive. I feel like.
Oh man.
What do they call these?
Deviled eggs. Deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs, dude. I fucking love them.
I know.
I love them.
It's a supremely popular item, almost exclusively reserved for Thanksgiving. I think in a lot of ways, a lot of people just wait for Thanksgiving and they load up on this motherfucker and fart until next year because it just this thing is a goddamn gas rocket for your anus. This thing will load you up and you will literally fart so much you could fly to Mars with the amount of propulsion. I am weird about this. I sometimes like it, and then other times I'm just grossed out by the texture of the egg with the mayonnaise inside of it. Because here's the weird thing. I like mayonnaise. I do like mayonnaise, but I don't like mayonnaise. It's weird. Like the smell of mayonnaise makes me gag, but I like it on certain things.
Same. Yeah, just a little. It's got to be just a little bit.
So when they went and they just fill that fucking egg up with that mayonnaise,
That's
I
true.
don't know, dude. I just kind of makes me a little grossed out a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like this is the perfect pretty rad in my opinion, because you're right. They can be made fucked up, and if they have too much of a mayonnaise taste, it can fuck it up. But they are perfect for when you're watching the game. Thanksgiving dinner's getting ready. These come out first. You fuck on some deviled eggs. You don't fuck on me. I fuck on you. Or the next morning, if there's some left over, you could just put them bitches right in your mouth. That's half a meal. It's great protein. They're not that unhealthy. Well, I think they are.
Well, no, they're pretty unhealthy. The mayonnaise kills it.
Yeah,
anything healthy is dead.
But
it's gone from here.
What is it you put on them bitches? Is it paprika? Is that the red stuff?
I don't know what the red shit is. I just thought it was sprinkles. I never dive deep with that bitch. What that was.
Gordy said they're good for your soul, but bad for your significant others. Yeah. Same thing with broccoli casserole, dude. Broccoli makes me fucking toot. Mr.
I think Thanksgiving is literally a holiday that makes everyone fart their pants to a level that is juggernaut.
It's not talked about enough. And they do stink. That you got to take that against the Daniels, right?
They smell like a hot fucking fart, dude. No doubt.
They smell like a fart. Tanner says I pass on. Yeah, I feel like if you're not a deviled eggs guy, you fucking hate deviled eggs.
Yeah, dude. When I was a kid, I couldn't stand it. I always avoided deviled eggs, and as I got older, my taste buds died, and I gave it more of a chance. I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty much it's all time or pass for a lot of people. I think dude, honestly, I feel like fuckable too. Pretty rad's fine, but it is a very popular. I think chat is 50-50, so pretty rad feels like in the middle. Yeah, and also they're underrated for the next day, and if you a lot of protein too, a lot of good protein. So
yeah, but how many people are gonna eat that shit and be like, I'm gonna go work out after I fart all this shit out? No, nobody.
That is true. Next up, we got apple pie. We're gonna have several desserts on this, so pumpkin pie will be here. Don't you worry. But in the annals of desserts, where we're on Thanksgiving, where would you rank pumpkin pie? By the way,
I've never. Ice cream. Unless Martha Stewart's in your fucking kitchen, you're never going to see a fucking more beautiful apple pie like that. It's not made like that. It's all slopped out and shit. It's all sliding off. It looks like a failed plastic surgery. Sometimes the apple pies I've seen. I think apple pie personally is overrated. I think it's good, but I've never been a huge fan of it. I'd put it at fuckable at best because it's still pie. It's still sweet, but it's not.
Oh, well, I don't feel like that was his internet. I feel like I think I heard a click. I think Jay accidentally exited himself from the room. A lot of all-timers, man. A lot of all-timers going on here. I love it, dude. I love it because you can put a scoop of apple pie. Heard you like apple pie, so I put some apple pie on your apple pie. I like a scoop of ice cream on that bitch. Holy fuck. A scoop of vanilla ice cream on an apple pie. It's pretty goddamn great. I do love it.
That's never happened before.
You clicked yourself out, didn't you?
No, I did not.
No?
No, StreamYard shut me down. Fuck you, you apple pie loving motherfucker. Dining room table with your apple pie stuck firmly to your cock. I literally was sitting here talking, and like if it was my internet, I usually get a warning about it. It wasn't my internet. It said StreamYard was having an issue.
That's crazy, dude. That's what. By the way, I don't know if anybody's noticed. Look at us. I don't know if we look. I don't think we do. But I got a notification from StreamYard today that's like, hey, we've upped our quality. Happy Thanksgiving. Your stream should look just a little bit better. I don't feel like they do. I feel like they look the exact fucking same. But maybe
you fucked up my side of things, StreamYard.
I gotta disagree with you hardcore on the apple pie, man. I can't believe fuckable is so maybe this one we'll put to a vote every once in a while. We're far south of each other's opinions. We'll put it to a vote. I'm almost touched the sun on apple pie. I fucking love it with some ice cream on that bitch.
I can't get down with it.
Put it to a little votey poo. In 1 second, put this in the old.
Well, I think it's gonna rank high because it's a staple of a lot of people's Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. If I could knock it for anything, if you go to a Thanksgiving dinner and they don't have apple pie, I don't think you'll even notice it. You know what
Probably
I'm saying?
not.
Like
I don't normally go for the desserts a lot. I mean, I think you get so full of all the other good shit to have. The desserts are an afterthought.
Yeah, but like if you're hanging out for a long time, the desserts are fucking perfect. I can't go right into dessert after 2 to 3 fucking gigantic plates of food. But like 2 hours later, when grandpa's asleep in the chair, and at this point, probably me, you start to go, oh, a little palate cleanser. I'm gonna go fuck up some apple pumpkin pie. Whatever.
I'll be right back. I gotta go fuck up a toilet. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
All right. I thought you were gonna poop. I think we can all. It only let me put in 4 options here. But I think we can all agree that apple pie is not going to be sucks my butt, Steve. I think that's a little crazy. So we'll put in the first 4 options here, and that's that. The poll's up. You guys get to decide where apple pie goes since we're so far off in it. I'll wait on Jay before we get into this one because it's a big one. For me, I think it's all timer. I think gravy is all timer, dude. But let me ask you guys while Jay's gone, what kind of gravy is it? Because it fucking matters. You can't. I don't like chunky gravy. All right, I do in the right circumstances, but not on Thanksgiving. But gravy is so important because you could take it and you could pour it over top of everything on your. What are you doing?
I'm on TikTok.
Oh well, your phone was pointed at me.
No.
And I was like, "What's going on right now?
You
You calling the fat police?" But like a real thin but tasty gravy, you could put that shit all top of the entire plate, and then you're just eating just a mess of moist, delicious fucking food. So let me ask you, gravy on the nuts, says Bent. Gravy on the nuts. I don't like gravy, period, says Austin. That's great. Thick and runny. I don't think they can be thick and runny, Mercurio. I think it's got to be one or the other, right? If it's thick, it's not thick. Thickness is key with gravy. I think on certain things, yes, but Thanksgiving, I want to be able to put that shit on everything and not overwhelm the whole dish. You know what I'm saying? Gravy by itself is nothing, but on something else, it elevates it. Yeah, that's true. And here's why, to me, gravy's all timer is because that's the thing. If you go to a Thanksgiving dinner and they don't have gravy, it's fucking noticeable. Like, where's the fucking gravy? You know what I mean? I'm with you. All timer. Gravy mixed with Fireball? That's fucking disgusting, Cineroth. I don't need any other excuse to put booze. My booze need nobody.
God damn, Cineroth is Gary Busey.
It's best thick. So gravy's the question, Jay, but the question is also, after we rank it, like, how do you like your gravy? Do you like it thick? Do you like it with giblets? By the way, this idea came to me before I saw this. But I saw a video today that I'm going to show you guys a little bit of later. And it's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. Someone made it with AI, but they had Donald Trump, Barack Obama, and Joe Biden all tier list ranking all of these items, like the Thanksgiving items. And they're like getting along, but also making fun of each other. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I'll show you guys a clip of it later. But there's a point where they talk about the gravy, where Donald Trump goes, anybody who puts giblets in their gravy is a fucking weirdo.
He stands on business. I've never had giblets in my gravy. It never came with an STD when I've had it. I don't personally like. The only gravy I like is the white gravy over biscuits in the morning, like biscuit and gravy. I've never been a fan of the dark gravy. I don't know. I never liked it.
Racist.
What?
So yeah.
What?
What? You don't put the brown gravy even on your taters?
No, dude, because I think it's too salty. It makes my tongue sting.
Insane. That's fucking insane.
I don't do it. All
right.
Now, if I'm feeling frisky and I've drank too much, I might be like, yeah, I'll drink this shit. But otherwise,
but dude, if you're talking about dipping shit, you take the roll, you can dip it in the gravy, you pour it all over the turkey. It makes the turkey more moist. You're crazy.
No, I know. Everybody in my family did it. I guess I was the odd one out. I'm like, I just rather it was on the morning biscuits, the white gravy things.
All right, everybody in the chat, since we have another vote going right now, everybody in the chat right now, type it in. What's your tier rank for gravy? And we're gonna eyeball it. We're gonna eyeball it and let you guys decide. Go. Type in the tier for gravy, whatever your favorite kind of gravy is. DJ said, cradle the balls, stroke the shaft, work the pipe, swallow the gravy.
Get it on down.
We got pretty rad all-timer white gravy for Dean Green Betweens. All fucking timer, all fucking timer, all-timer, fuckable. I wish I liked gravy, but it was nasty. 10, all-timer. Jay, I think that you are on the outs on this one. There's a lot.
Well, I knew I was going to be. I like. Well, it's the same thing with apple pie. I think it's going to be high up on the list. I'm the weirdo. I know.
It's okay. I'm just happy to. And that's our first all-timer, by the way. Congratulations, gravy. Congratulations to the gravy. And now the yak. And now stuffing. Big one.
All-timer, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Goddamn timer. Let's have a good hallelujah about the invention of fucking stuffing. Stuff the shit out of it. That's what you'll do. And that's what we like. We like to see that on our plate. We like to see that laid out in front of us on a Thanksgiving day. It's stuffing, or there's no Thanksgiving. You're a communist and you're playing, you're LARPing as an American. If I walk into your fucking house and there's no stuffing to be found, I don't trust the food. You poisoned it and you're working for Russia. That's what it is. That's what it is. And here's the thing. Weirdly, I used to hate stuffing, but it was because I know what it was. Is because I used to have a big time aversion to spinach. I hated spinach. Spinach was gross as fuck to me. And then we were having a dinner one night at my dad's house, and he was like, "Well, you can't go outside until you finish your plate." And there was spinach on my plate with stuffing. And I was like, all right. So what I don't like that,
by the way. I don't like spinach and stuff.
No, I know it was a weird combo. But he was like, well, you got to finish your plate to go outside and play. So I was like, all right, what I'm gonna do, because I liked at that time, I liked them both, but I liked them separately. I mixed that fucker together. I mixed them like a fucking bad scientist in a lab. I mixed them together. I'm like, you know what? I like them both. Maybe we combine them, have a Megazord type of fucking situation, and it's a great thing, and I can get out of the house and go ride my bike. I threw up. That's what happened. I literally spewed.
What exactly did you mix now?
Spinach and stuffing.
Oh, you mixed them together. I thought it was. I
had a little bit of spinach left, and I had some stuffing left. And Dad wanted me to clean the plate before I went outside to ride bike. And I just mixed them together, and I literally spewed like a fucking hungry dragon on the mountaintops.
Stuffing would be one of the grossest things to ever throw up because it's so chunky.
Well, I couldn't stop. I was like fucking Reagan from The Exorcist. It just kept coming. It was a fucking faucet. He was like, "Go to the goddamn bathroom. Excuse yourself." And I'm like,
we have Exorcist news later in the show, by the way, you guys. Yeah, dude. Listen, I was never a stuffing guy back in the day because I always just had like stovetop stuffing. It is important because, like, you have to have it. I mean, literally, people stuff it in the turkey's asshole. It has to be a part of it, so it's a staple. So that's an important part of this tier list. But also, I had always just had stovetop stuffing, or what it was, whatever. Kate's mom makes sausage stuffing. Fucking changed her life. You put sausage in that bitch, and oh my god, it is a fucking. And
I didn't even know there was anything other than stovetop.
No, dude, like it's fucking with sausage in it. Oh my god, that's a hot sauce dish the next day. Yeah, all timer. I agree. All timer. Let's move on. Said Boris. He's like, get out of here. Get out. You lost the scholarship.
Go put on your mask. I don't hear you.
Tito says we do collard greens, not spinach. So that's one difference between.
I never had collard greens. That sounds good.
I feel like collard greens is like the difference between just like kale and like, green beans and like spinach and shit. I think it's just like a wet, hot green. So I think I've had it before. I make antioxidant smoothies because I'm an alcoholic, so it's good for the liver. But like you just stuff kale and like spinach and shit in there. Like a green's a green at some point, a superfood. So I'm not actually an alcoholic. That was a joke. Right?
I don't know. You came back on it and doubled down. I'm not an alcoholic. now I believe that you are.
It's like that.
If you hadn't followed up with the statement, I might have like moved past it. But now that you brought attention to it,
it's like the clip from Quantum Leap. He's looking in the mirror. He's like, I'm retarded.
Exactly. Well, that's the difference with that scene, though. He actually knew that he was neurodivergent, I think is the appropriate term, because he saw his fucking reflection.
Oh shit. All right, I gotta make myself an alcoholic beverage real quick and gotta pee. I'll be right back if you want to
All
start
right.
the super chit chat fucking
All
fuck
right.
you titty poo train.
We can
And
get on there.
yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. All right. I'll do it.
It's all right. Be little bitty, little old town in a big old titty. All right, sorry.
Go call your sponsor. Brett Chappell, thank you so much. Says you guys are great. Appreciate you both. First super chat. Hey, appreciate you, Brett. Thank you so much for stopping by and throwing some coin. We really appreciate you. I hope you get to see you around some more. Motionless Zombie. Happy early Thanksgiving, guys. I am bummed that I couldn't try the Baja Blast pie because it already ran out. That shit looks like toxic sludge, bro. But I mean, Baja Blast is great. So I think the reviews that came out about it said it was amazing. So it sucks. I can't, and it's doing well apparently if it's sold out. But I'm sure it'll come back. I'm sure is it only for Thanksgiving? I don't know. Sorry, burpees. Daniel Torres, thank you so much. Pam V, what do you make Jason for Thanksgiving? Well, he doesn't take care of us here at Camp Crystal Lake. I make him an application for a job on monster.com. I don't know. I don't think she could cook, though, because she's a fucking head. So I think it's going to be limited. Papa Hadi says, white meat, dark meat, all be carved up. Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. I love it. I love the energy. It feels good, Papa Hades. I feel like you're a Charlie Brown cartoon brought to life with that statement, and I appreciate you, and I respect it. And I back it 100%. White meat, dark meat, who gives a shit? It's all fucking good. Dr. Corn Dogs, the PhD of the Corn Dog, says, found my old photo of me and Joe Pesci from around 2007. He was at a club with Angie Evehard. She was smoke on. See my profile? I can't zoom in on it. That it looks like a person impersonating Fred Durst with some person. Oh, no, it is Joe Pesci. I was going to say it looks like Fred Durst like hanging out with an old lady, but it's Joe Pesci. I can see Joe Pesci now. Is that you? You look like Fred. That's badass, dude. That's awesome. I'd love to talk to Joe Pesci. Dr. Corn Dogs also says R.I.P. Udo Kier. Who's Udo Kier? Let me look up. We don't know. Oh, shit, that guy died? Oh, fuck, dude. Yeah, R.I.P. dude. What a badass actor. Udo Kier, he's one of those dudes that like I don't think he ever, I mean, I'm sure he did in his career. He's had starring roles, but I always remember him as a character actor, a background actor in a lot of bigger movies. He was in, like, if some of you don't know, he was like in Blade. He was like the head of the vampire family before Deacon Frost takes it over and like burns him in the sun. And then he also he was in Rob Zombie's Halloween as one of the head psychiatrists that were like arguing with Loomis. That guy was great, dude. Fuck yeah. R.I.P. man. What an amazing actor. That dude was awesome. Damn, I didn't know that. Dean Cream Between says, can't stay long tonight. Just saying thankful for you two and Wham Fam. Y'all keep me sane. Hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Dean Cream Between. It looks like you've enjoyed many a Thanksgiving and you will continue to do so with many Dean and Creams between your thighs. We like that. Thank you so much. Have a good, happy Thanksgiving. We have Big Monkey Nuts, huge fat nuts.
Love them.
Do you think more people should be tuned in when it comes to aliens and shit, or is that more of a luxury? I think, yes, I think that 100% people should start paying attention more to what's going on than before. I think that there had been a misinformation campaign, which the documentary does discuss, that was creating a stigma around the topic that prevented that was the whole reasoning behind it was to prevent people from discussing it seriously. I think that if you trust the government, you're a full-blown fucking retard. If you think the government won't lie to you and keep you down in the dirt all the while crazy shit's happening around you, and if you trust the government not to fuck you over, then I don't know. I guess you might as well just like spread your butt cheeks and let a big old dick come in there, because that's what they'll do. So yes, I definitely think they should start paying more attention. I think everybody should start paying more attention and putting pressure on Congress to make that shit public. Because actually, if the documentary does disclose, is that there has been a couple of times throughout Capitol Hill to push a new bill to where they will force these defense contractors to let go of all the sensitive information they have, which includes possibly alien bodies, recover technology, what have you. And there's some backers, though, that are funding elected officials that make sure that bill gets killed on the floor. So yeah, definitely pay attention to it more. By the way, look at this dude. Udo Kier died.
I saw that, dude. He's
that.
the fucking best. He was awesome.
He was awesome.
Such a good actor. He's in the Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah, and he was also in Blade as the head of the vampire family.
Yeah,
but that dude was but that dude always like he had the ability to be a front runner, like as far as like he definitely could carry, but he was always great as a character actor, like Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton could be a lead in a movie, but people always remember him as being an amazing character actor, and he was one of them.
God damn it! Stop it! Stop right here! I'll break it off.
What?
So I loved it. Okay, if you needed a creepy German fucker to step in for a scene and creep you the fuck out, and I don't mean this disparagingly, it was Udo Kier. He was in the original Puppet Master too, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And by the way, just one more thing about Big Monkey Nuts saying, is it more of a luxury? I mean, I get the argument that people will be like, well, it's just like this fantasy thing that people can sit back when they have everything, or not everything, but when they're at a place in life and they're like, yeah, I can sit here and think about conspiracy theories and shit. No, I think it's a legitimate thing to not necessarily worry about, but be aware of, that to at least acknowledge that could the government or would the government cover up something like that? Absolutely.
I'll tell you, it's not gonna be a luxury if things come to pass and like we get attacked by aliens that they knew were going to happen. You know what I mean? Like if the government withholding stuff is a luxury till it's fucking not.
I think that like, this one chick, senator, or she might have been a representative, I can't remember, on the documentary that said that when people start distrusting their government, or they start really, I mean, at the point where they don't trust anything, that's a bad place to be for the government. You don't want to be a part of that society, because then you get to overthrow. You get to the point where people are talking about overthrowing it, because people are tired of being fucking lied to, dude. That's the problem. And by the way, what's interesting about this documentary, as it is, it's not a Democrat thing, it's not a Republican thing, it's none of those things, right? What it is it's bipartisan. All these people want to fucking know the answer. All of them. Democrats, Republicans, don't matter. Everybody wants to know. And when you don't trust that shit, you don't trust your own government, it's bad news bears for everybody.
Done a great job fucking hiding it for us. I'll tell you that. Let's get to a couple of you guys over at Stream Elements. Jake! Damn, Jake, how would you like to get wet? Appreciate it, buddy. He said, if you can guarantee a 10 out of 10 movie and you could choose anything, what would it be? Also, if you can go back in time and fix a movie to be a 10 out of 10, I'd want an R-rated perfect X-Men or a Deathstroke. But you could put 90s action heroes against each other, or anything you wanted to do.
Dude, Jake, don't come in here slinging your cock around and giving all the fucking. You took the best ideas and then you're like, what do you think? You just like, if you could guarantee a 10 out of 10 movie and you could choose anything, what would it be? A 10 out of 10 movie. There's a lot of 10. Well, we've talked about that. Actually, it sounds very similar to another question earlier in the week that we talked, or last week. I think a 10 out of 10 movie, which I did mention when we were talking about movies that that I ranked perfect, and Mike had his own list. I think A Beautiful Mind is a perfect movie.
Yeah, I love that.
I think A Beautiful Mind is a 10 out of 10. It's an amazing movie. It's a story of John Nash, played by Russell Crowe. Incredible performance, incredible supporting cast, and it goes through everything. It goes through heartache, supernatural in some way. It goes through the mind of a schizophrenic and how he overcomes that. It's great, and it's got a great happy ending too, as he won the 1994 Nobel Peace Prize for mathematics. I would just off the top of my head, I would say A Beautiful Mind.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of 10 out of 10 movies out there, you know, like already. The Crow, it's a 10 out of 10 movie to me. But like, if you could fix any other movie, like if I could have any IP be a movie that's a 10 out of 10, I think off the top of my head, I would say Halloween. For a Halloween
I see what
sequel, yeah, for a Halloween sequel to come out now and be a 10 out of 10 would be so awesome for the franchise that we love. So I picked that one. But as far as fixing a movie and making it a 10 out of 10, I'm gonna go straight to the first thing that pops in my head. There's definitely way better answers to this. There's been way more disappointing movies for sure. But if any movie could have been a 10 out of 10 for me, imagine, this is gonna sound silly as shit, but imagine if the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie back in 95 was a 10 out of 10. Imagine how cool that would have been. We'd still be buying fucking badass Power Ranger toys today. That's a terrible answer, but I feel it in my soul.
No, I like it. I got to double dip into this sauce, though. I'm sorry, Jake. I answered your question wrong. I don't know. I'm selfish that way. I will say any movie, and I could guarantee it to be a 10 out of 10. What movie would that be? I honestly will tell you, dude, I think a movie that's long overdue, for a studio to put a lot of effort in and to make it a 10 out of 10, I would say The Punisher. It's such a fucking relatable story. I think that The Punisher is so good. The idea behind what Frank Castle is and what motivates him, that movie should already be a 10 out of 10. That or Ghost Rider, either one of those films.
Yeah,
so fucking good.
I love The Punisher. I also agree. Ray Guy, it's so weird, dude, because for some reason, Southpaw popped in my head when we were talking about this. Southpaw is a 10 out of 10 for me, too. That movie is so slept on. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
And also, if you could go back in time and fix a movie to be 10 out of 10. And he wants an R-rated X-Men and Deathstroke. But you could pit 90s action heroes against you. You asked a lot, dude, in this. I think if I could go back in time, here's what I'll answer. If you could go back in time and pick one thing to happen that never happened at their prime, I would have loved to have seen a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie and a Steven Seagal movie.
Yeah,
at their prime. That's what I want. That's what I would go back and do. I'm not going to go back. Like, I'm only going to answer one part of that, but that's what I would do. I think at their height of popularity, where they're at the best, I would love to have seen that crossover.
That's a great fucking question, Jake. Honestly, I've wanted to do for a long time a top 10 ranking of like 10 movies that should get remakes. Movies like Max Payne, that is such a perfect storyline for an awesome Punisher type of movie that they just dicked up. There's so many movies that deserve remakes that were great ideas with bad execution. It's a great question. Austin says, hey, gays. Hey, man. Cock stain of a day at work. It can suck a big fat one. I like to call it cock stain. It's great. But what made me feel better was imagining the Thing listening to Like a Rock and being just like that. Was imagining the Thing from Fantastic Four listening to Like a Rock.
That's a great song.
And being just like that. Always love you, gays. Have a good Thanksgiving. Shut up.
Hi, what the? Yeah, I'm sorry you had a bad day, dude. Yeah, work sucks, especially the night before or the day before Thanksgiving, and then you have to go in. Sometimes you have to go in on Thanksgiving too. That's
something tells me he works retail.
Yeah, dude, that's some of the worst shit ever. But you know, the bright side to it is like you get paid like a motherfucker though. Usually on Thanksgiving,
hopefully at least time and a half. Yeah, I probably worked more than that. A lot of name tags and hairnets in my collection. But I did work at Target one year during Black Friday, and holy fuck, that was wild. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Great super chat. Chimmy Changa says, Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. Lubicin chalice is all we need. We can go to the park after dark, smoke that tumbleweed. And as the marijuana burns, we can take our turn singing them dirty rap songs. Stop and hit the bong like Cheech and Chong and sell tapes from here to Hong Kong. I was waiting on you to jump in, but
I don't know that fucking song.
That's a great Afro Man song.
Get a job. Dude. Go be free. Nobody wants to see your PP. Don't do OnlyFans. That's not the way. Go get a job. Hey, hey.
Every time I think of Afro Man, I think of the lyric, ain't that pussy like shrimp fried rice?
He was excited.
He had some good songs, dude, back in the day. It's not just because I got high. I had some other ones. Jake, to my previous one, I'd fix Evil Dead Rise, I think. If you remember the hype leading into it, I'd keep a lot of the scary imagery, but get rid of all the Deadite unseriousness and fix the final boss looking cheesy. That or Matrix 3 or Buzz Lightyear. Dude, the Matrix sequel is the perfect film to go back and fucking fix, because that could have been a great franchise. I mean, starting with the second movie, it was...
Matrix Reloaded was all right, but yeah, you could definitely see the writing on the wall that it was tanking. Because the Matrix itself, like that's a 10 out of 10 movie. The Matrix, the first film, is so fucking good. It's so amazing. And then you get to the second one, it was tons of VFX, overuse of it in a lot of ways, and then it kind of started going downhill. And when you get to the third act, and I thought the Zion stuff where they were going to be out in the real world was going to be amazing. They dropped the ball on that. I could see that. Matrix 4 though would probably be one. Or actually, I'd go back in time and make sure that shit never happened. Just don't even fucking do it. And then as far as like Evil Dead Rise, the reason, like, here's the thing. I agree with you in a lot of what you're saying about, you know, keep a lot of the scary imagery, but get rid of all the Deadite unseriousness. I don't think they can get away with it because of how Sam Raimi positioned the Evil Dead universe with the Evil Dead 2. He started injecting a lot of black comedy into the film, and that carried over into Army of Darkness. And I feel like it's a staple now of the Evil Dead franchise where there's some kind of like unserious moment to kind of give a wink and a nod to what happened before. So maybe a little bit of the unseriousness could be taken out, but I think people expect it. Even in Evil Dead the remake, there was some comedy or comedic things in it, but I don't know. I get what you're saying though.
It's crazy, dude. I fear that and I liked Evil Dead Rise, but I do understand why people don't like it or were disappointed with some things. Unfortunately, dude, I have a bad feeling deep in my cock that that's just modern movies from now on, dude. I'm starting to get really worried as we get older. Like people will hype up stuff, better Badlands. And I'm like, that was mid at best. And you're watching it, I'm like, I'm not trying to be this way, but if that movie was made in the 90s, it would have fucking rocked, you know? And I think Evil Dead. Look at just from Evil Dead 2013. That's it was 12 years ago. To Evil Dead Rise. Evil Dead Rise, it had some of that modern movie making CG and cinematography stuff to it. I liked the movie, but I don't know. You look at every movie that came out this year, it's rare that you see a movie that really steps out of the shadow of just modern movies. It's
so you're just waking up to the idea that Hollywood is creatively bankrupt.
Yeah. Well,
welcome to the party, pal.
No, I think there's ideas, but I think special effects bankrupt. I think their special effects bankrupt. I think the way they make movies now, they look like shit. I mean, you know,
I think Hollywood is afraid to do anything original anymore. It always feels like it's just copy paste of another movie before that, and they use the same type of photography and the way they shoot it and the way that it looks. There was a video I watched a couple of days ago. It was a long video, so I didn't get through all of it. But it was talking about why did movies back that were filmed like 40 or 50 years ago feel more real than than the movies today. Like the way that they shot the films back in like even the fucking 50s and 60s. You could look at that and watch it, and it felt like you could just step into the screen and be a part of it. It looks so goddamn good. And then when you get to the newer age movies, it just looks so fake. And that there's a lot to do with Uncanny Valley and things like that. But they stopped caring about even filming on location in a lot of ways, right? So like if you have a jungle sequence, or like if they're in the forest or somewhere outside, they would rather shoot that shit on a fucking green screen and make all this like digital shrubbery, right? Yeah, and it looks fake. It takes you out of it. But back in the day, they had to shoot on location, or they had to build the sets to make it look as good as possible to film it. And maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I feel like movies back then just had more heart and more soul, and you could tell those people gave a shit about what they were making.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. I think modern movies are I'm just gonna say they fucking suck for the most part. Jacob, hi old friend, says happy Turkey Day, dudes. Love y'all. Gonna get fast fucked tomorrow. Same, brother. Yeah. Dropping the first song from the album 2 next. Oh, it's Jacob. From album 2 next Friday. It's an ode to skateboarding and the impact it had on me. Also, surprise by Alkaline Trio slaps, especially with the music video. Love that song, dude. It's so slow, and I mean, literally, Matt Skiba just stands there and he's like, dumb. I like it's the most simple but beautiful song ever. I love it too. And I've been playing with this thing. Speaking of skateboarding, it's one of those little finger skateboards. You know, I got it for one of the girls, and I want to do something with it, and I can't. Like I know
looks like you hung out at Chuck E. Cheese and got a prize.
The kids do like the finger tricks, dude. It reminds me of old times. Fuck yeah, Jacob. Can't wait to hear it, dude. Send it over when you got it, man. Austin says, if you had one movie to explain the 80s, what the 80s was like to someone, what would you pick? I'd go RoboCop. Rampant capitalism, excessive violence, Scarface levels of cocaine. I'd buy that for $1. Austin, you answered the question more perfect than anybody.
I think RoboCop is a perfect example of what the 80s was like. It encapsulated a lot, and I think you've explained it. Yeah, rampant capitalism, excessive violence, corporate greed. The bottom dollar. It doesn't matter who you fuck over in the end. Life is worthless in Omni City or in Detroit in that era. Yeah, dude, RoboCop. I think you're right. I think RoboCop. If you were like, this sums up the 80s, 100% dude. RoboCop probably is it.
I literally don't have a better answer than your answer, but I will use this as an excuse to recommend a movie that I feel like a lot of people haven't seen. It's called Runaway with Tom Selleck in it. And I think it was 84, 87, maybe. And he's a cop and he's in the future, and like there's androids and shit like that now, but they're all used like industrially on like farms and shit like that. And his job as a cop is just to be the android cop. And Gene Simmons from Kiss is the bad guy in the movie. And I'm telling you, what a fucking movie, dude. I mean, god damn, it's fucking awesome.
The only other thing I would add to your list there, Austin, and it's kind of hard to add it because it is an elite level group of people, but American Psycho, even though it was filmed in the 90s, it was supposed to take place in the 80s.
Yeah, I want to say it was like 2000s actually.
Or 2000. Like... Yeah, I think it was 2000, maybe 99, 2000, something like that. But the thing about American Psycho was it showcased
2000, yeah.
It showcased the basic like idea of humanity, or like even being a good person is who gives a shit. Like just get it done. Wolf of Wall Street also did a good job of doing that.
Yeah, American Psycho popped in my head actually when he asked that question. That's so fucking funny. That's what you thought too. Hamburger says, "When's the last time you pissed your pants or the bed?" I usually have that dream where I'm about to use the bathroom in the dream, and then I wake up just before it happens. I literally, I don't think I've pissed my pants in the bed ever since I was a child. But I did pee in the closet one time when I was really drunk, and I have no memory of it. But like 2 days later, I went into my closet, and this is not something I ever do. I have family members who used to do this, but like I've never done this before. But I went in my closet and I was like, fucking stinks like piss in here. And then I felt the spot on the floor and it was wet. And like all the clothes in my closet's a fucking mess, were wet. And then it was piss. And then I just have the slightest, faintest memory of maybe being like, oh, and just like pissing. And I think it was me that did it. And that's the only thing I've got. That was a while ago. Must have had a lot of whiskey that night. How about you? Where'd you go?
I know, because I'm debating whether or not I should share this story.
You're deep in shame thought.
Yeah, well, dude, it was probably the most shameful I've ever felt in my life. All right, fuck it, I'll tell. I don't care. I got fucking super hammered one night. I don't remember what it was years ago. I don't remember where I was or what I was doing before. I don't remember. I was fucking hammered, and I got home, and I remember consciously like I have to go pee, and I thought I was in front of the fucking toilet, and I was just letting that shit go. I was feeling good. Mom,
did you tell me?
No, mom runs up and grabs me and says, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, what? I was pissing in the corner right next to the bathroom. I didn't get into the bathroom to go to the toilet. I started pissing in the corner of the bathroom.
What were you peeing on? Just the floor? The carpet?
No, just in the corner. But I thought I was pissing in the toilet. I was fucking destroyed. My brain had been like it was just a soppy fucking sponge of alcohol. I didn't even know where the fuck I was. And I was doing that. And then I went to bed after she was just go to bed. Just go to bed. And then I like Walking Dead, walked my ass back to my room and went to bed and passed out. And then I woke up the next morning. She was fucking pissed. And I was like, I didn't remember. And I was like,
she know you were drunk? Is that why she was so mad?
Dude, she was fucking pissed about that too. She was like, the devil's got a hold of you. And mom was very Christian. So I was like, all right. I woke up the next morning. I thought everything was cool. And I went downstairs like nothing happened, as you do. I knew that something might have occurred. Like I had that lingering feeling like deja vu, like something was weird. But I got up anyway. And I was like, it's all good. I said, it's going to be fine. And I walked downstairs and mom didn't talk to me. She didn't look at me. She didn't do shit. Like I was like, what the fuck? And I was going to get cereal or something. And she's like, buddy boy, I'd be ashamed if I were you. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then eventually she told me, dude, but I didn't piss my pants. I don't know why I shared that story. I probably shouldn't have.
No, it's fine. I mean, I basically had the same
I know that
thing
we're in the gift of giving with Thanksgiving on the way, but I shouldn't have given that.
No, it's so funny, dude. Because Kate's dad used to do that. Like that was the thing. He wasn't allowed to
I only did it once.
Yeah, like me too. I only had the one time it happened, but Kate's dad was not allowed to drink whiskey. And then it was literally Thanksgiving when they still lived here. And this room was a pool table room. And they had a pool table right here. And me and her brother were getting just absolutely gobsmacked because he's a big drinker. So we're in the kitchen and we're laughing. Everybody else is asleep. Her dad's asleep like right here where there was a chair and he was asleep and passed out. And we were in the kitchen and we were still doing whiskey shots, just hammered, laughing like buffoons. And then all of a sudden we hear something and it was... I cannot believe you're telling this story. Yeah, I think I've told it before. It's a great story. We hear like some moving around in here and we peek around from the kitchen and her dad goes, he's like, huh. And he gets up and we're laughing because we're like, what are you doing? And then we just hear zip, and he starts pissing into the fucking pocket on the pool table like all over the pool table, the felt, and
Yeah.
it was a nice ass pool table too. And we just start fucking cry laughing, dude, because we're absolutely ruined. And then he zips it back up and just lays back down and goes to sleep, pissed all over their, like, I don't know.
At least
what
he
was it,
didn't
like
lay
a
on the pool
$2,000
table.
food table? Yeah, it was like a $5,000 pool table.
At least he
pissed
didn't
all
like
over it.
pee. Like at least he didn't pee and then lay in the pee.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He did zip it back up. But the next day, I woke up and I hear like Kate's mom giving him the what for. And Katie wakes me up. She's like, tell me you didn't piss on the fucking pool. I was like, of course I didn't piss on the pool. And then I remembered. I was like, oh, I told her, I was like, I'm going to tell you something. I was like, but you cannot tell your mom. I was like, you cannot fucking do it. And I told her what happened. And she fucking told her mom. Immediately. She tells her mom. And then we're at dinner the next day. And her mom told him that Katie told him that I told her. And dude, he was so fucking pissed at me and her brother. Like he didn't speak to us the entire rest of the Thanksgiving. Like he just sat there and he was like, well, I don't remember.
I wouldn't either.
He was so fucking mad at us, dude. I didn't rat him out. I told
you're
my wife,
a fucking rat.
No, dude, I'm not a rat. I'm not a rat. I trusted my wife.
You broke bro code 101.
That's something I shouldn't do.
You don't tell all your bro that peed on the pool table.
He did not speak to me at that.
If he were like, what happened? Dude. Why does the fucking pool table smell like urine? I was like, I don't know. Maybe there's a rat in here that pissed.
Sean Sharkey says, yo, boys, odd question, but how are the colleges in the Kentucky area in the middle of my college search? My top pick is probably University of Dayton in Ohio. Dayton's I don't know anything about it, but I like it. But I'm just trying to keep options open. Happy Turkey Day, gentlemen. Cheers, pal.
I would advise not going to UK at all. Like UK is a good school, I guess, but it's way overpriced. I went to LCC, which at the time, now it's called KCTCS, but it was the community college. It was the sister college of UK. And they cut us loose because they wanted to be a top 25 research facility. They want to be like this esteemed university. They want to be like a Harvard or a Yale, and you ain't going to get it. It's overpriced as fuck. If you're gonna go and try to be like in something in the medical field, like a surgeon or something like that, it's a good school to go to. But if you're not planning on doing that, I would avoid UK. It's like insane. Like a 4-year degree might cost you like 80 grand. No shit. I would not go to UK at all.
I know that Western, when I like my friend went to Western, he liked it a lot. Western Kentucky over in Bowling Green. That's a nice area. That little town's nice. We did when I was in the band, we did a radio show in Bowling Green. It was kind of cool because like we went in there with our acoustic and played like live on the radio station, and their campus was like really nice. But like, yeah, I have no idea. I guess it depends on what you're going for. I know Lexington's a really nice area to live. It's a really lovely place to live.
Lexington's not bad. UK is overpriced. Midway is where I got my degree. Dude, honestly, I got to be honest with you. If you haven't enrolled in college, and I'm not trying to be a dickhead about it at all, but I would be like,
just don't go.
It's kind of a sham, dude. It's kind of a scam. I'm not saying that there's not certain specialties that you have to go to college for and learn, but it's overall, if I were you, if I could go back in time, that would be the first fucking thing I'd stop myself from doing. I would rather have gone to a vocation school and get a trade that makes sense, like construction, or not construction, like plumbing or welding or something like that I could have that skill and go get a job anywhere. Because a lot of these colleges, they will sell you a line of bullshit just to milk you for money, because the federal government gave unsecured loans on student loans, and they know they can milk that shit. College is one of the biggest scams, I swear to God, dude, in the fucking United States. It's one of the biggest scams that's ever been fucking put on the American people. Because here's the thing too. They also know they can prey on 18-year-olds that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, or what, interest rates are, or how they're going to fuck you in the end, or how much money you're going to pay after you get out of college. I'm just going to say, be careful. And now, again, there are certain things, and I'm not disparaging anybody from going to college if you want to go to college. I just think there's a lot of things they will sell you on that you don't need to do if you want to do a certain thing. I just think, yeah, that was one of the worst decisions I ever made, dude. I got a 4-year degree. I got a bachelor's in psychology, and it didn't do dick.
I'll say this, though. I completely agree with Jay. Unless you have a specific thing you want to do. If you want to be an engineer, go to fucking college and make that money. You have to then, yeah. If you have a specific thing you want to do, but think about it. Take some hard. If you don't know what you want to do, you usually think about that shit first at this current day and age that we live in. But Yeah, Lexington's a really nice place to live. I will say, don't
Yeah,
go
it's
to
not.
EKU.
Yeah, as far as a town, yeah, it's a good city. It's a good city.
I went to EKU. I am a studied person. I was there for 6 weeks and met a girl at a Breaking Benjamin concert and went and lived with her instead of returning to classes. And look at the man I became today. Forgot to sign out of my dorm obligations, and my parents ended up having to pay for the dorm for the whole year. But the good news is that I had $300 left on my like community store card. So I showed up back home like, hey, I've been living with a girl for like 2 months and dropped out of college. But the good news is that I bought you guys a whole Jeep full of like Mellow Yellow and Dr. Pepper with the $300 left on my card. So I showed up with disappointment, but I also showed up with snacks. And that's, I was trying to give back.
Here's the thing, dude. I'm 40. I'm going to be 42 in February, and I'll be paying my loans off until I'm fucking in my fucking late 50s. That's what it is. And I don't have shit to show for it. So like in all seriousness, dude, like I would just reconsider it or maybe like think about it, take a semester off, take a year off and really think about it. Well, yeah, you do what you need to do. But I mean, at the end of the day, just take some time and think for yourself before you like listen to other people. Like you have to say like they have this thing that they engineer in your fucking brain early on. You have to go to college to be successful. That's not fucking true at all. That's a complete fucking lie they pass on to people. And let's not even get into the fact that when you go to college and you have a degree that's declared and you're like, I want to be this, I want to do this, I want to do that. Well, you got to go through 2 years of bullshit, which is college geometry, college math, college this, college that. Yeah. They will milk your ass for 2 years of nothing just to get to the fucking degree that you have to now spend more money another 2 years just to get. It's bullshit, dude. I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, take advice from an old fuck like me. Don't do it. God, dude, you can do something else. You can find something else.
All that being said, my high schooler is definitely going to college. She wants to be an architect, though. So you got to go to.
Yeah, well, like I said, there's other things that obviously there's other things that you have to go to college for, but it depends on what you have to do. But you don't have to go. If you don't want to go, you don't have to go.
Yeah, definitely depends on what you want to do. Pins. Man, tomorrow says over the week I have rewatched Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. Great time. Love doing that. Mm-hmm. I know today some people say The Dark Knight is overrated, but guys, come on, it's probably the peak of comic book character movies. I love you guys in the Wham Fam. Happy early Thanksgiving.
Thank you, man, tomorrow.
Depending on who I'm talking to, I will look them in the face and be like, Dark Knight's overrated because it's not the absolute perfect film. No, it's not the perfect film. There's problems with that film. You've said it before, Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen is a terrible American.
Yeah.
Bruce
Christian
Wayne.
Bale. Christian Bale wasn't a great Batman. There are tiny problems with the movie, but yeah, dude, to me, it's still the Godfather 2 of comic book movies. So I agree with you.
I've watched Dark Knight numerous times over and over again, and it's still an amazing movie. Christopher Nolan knocked it out of the park with how he presented the film. But I think that what most people, when they watch it, they pay so much attention to Heath Ledger because he really is the fucking mecca of that film. His performance is so extraordinary, and it's hard to take your eye off of him that you may like overlook certain problems with the film. I hated Batman's suit. I thought Batman's suit looked like shit. I thought the whole "where's the drugs going, Rachel?" I thought that was overdone as fuck. I didn't like that, but I don't. Is it overhyped?
It's possible.
Here's the thing. I think at that time it was the best comic book movie I've ever seen. But there's been other movies that have come out that I think that kind of compete with it a bit. But it's the best Joker performance I've ever seen, without a doubt.
Yeah. It's definitely in the argument. It'd be in the top 3 or 4 argument for best superhero movie of all time. No doubt about it. I agree. Hamburger. I love eating you out.
Oh, yeah.
Says one time I was so drunk, I somehow ate 10 buffalo wings from Wingstop that were in the fridge. And then I woke up with ranch all over my floor. I had no memory of any of this. And I was so angry I ate the wings, but didn't get to actually experience it. I've done that.
Dude, I've done that
many
before.
times.
God damn, it sucks too. It's one of the worst feelings of all time, dude. It's absolutely one of the worst fucking feelings of all time. You're like, I had this. You get drunk or you go to Taco Bell, you get a fucking goddamn king feast. Like, I'm gonna fucking eat this shit. And then you eat it. All you're doing is absorbing it, you fat hippo. Hungry hippo. You're just absorbing it. You're inhaling that shit. You don't get to experience all the good joy that it brings. And then you wake up.
Sleep afterward is so good, dude.
It is. But then you wake up and you're like, fuck, dude. You're like, you know what I want? I want Taco Bell. It's like, you had that last night, you fat fuck. Like, oh shit, that's true.
Yeah, I'm a serial middle. I'll be sober as a judge, dude, and I will wake up at 3 a.m. fucking walk my fat ass shirtless into the kitchen and just pick up candy from the kids' like Halloween haul and just stuff it into my fucking mouth, and then I will be ashamed of myself. But I will go back to bed and have the deepest fucking sleep for 3 hours before I wake up with chocolate drool on my fucking pillow. It's crazy how that works.
One of the worst,
really
one of the things I used to do is I used to come home if I was drunk or whatever, and my thing, I would go to the freezer and get pizza rolls, and I put that bitch in the oven. God damn, dude, pizza rolls in the oven is the best way to make those.
You'd be doing that like in the middle of the night?
Yeah, dude, I shouldn't have done it.
That's
and
dangerous.
I'll tell you what, it was dangerous, and luckily my mom was able to turn off the stove before the house caught on fire, because one time I forgot they were in there, and then they were burnt like a motherfucker. But I do remember, but 98% of the time I was able to stay awake enough to get my goddamn pizza rolls out of the oven and eat those fuckers. And I burned the shit out of my roof, my mouth one time, where there was a huge fucking blister that didn't go away for like 3 weeks. I was just shoving that shit in my fucking gullet.
That's the worst, dude. Burning your mouth on pizza when you're wasted is a tragedy.
But yeah, but you enjoy it, and you're like, fuck. You don't really enjoy it.
I just need to say something real quick before we move on to the next chat. We are going to get back to the tier list. We do have some movie news to talk about as well. I just got to give you guys some major talk about what you're thankful for on Thanksgiving, right? I just had a true moment of clarity. So thankful for you guys, man, because like these chats, like every single one of these, like we have so much to get to that I feel like sometimes we have to rush through them. But like you guys are the ones who keep the conversation going. You guys, Jay and I have been doing this for 10 fucking years. We run out of shit to talk about. But all these super chats are so fucking good, dude. Like they're such interesting conversation starters. Yeah. Almost every single one of these, we could spend triple the time. You guys are fucking awesome. You guys make this show what it is, and we're very thankful for you, and we love you. So thank you. Gay. Austin says, you guys have a movie scene you imagine when you've done something everyone else thought impossible. For me, it's the scene in Hook where he's introduced and brags about his accomplishments before saying, and who didn't believe I could do it? Who doubted me? It's like when someone beats someone's ass, like, who's next?
Yeah. Are you talking about the Dustin Hoffman, like that Hook movie, Robin Williams?
Yeah, a scene like that where you imagine you've done something everyone else thought was impossible, but it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you the one that stands out in my mind that I thought it would be impossible, that I would never see it on screen ever, because the amount of money that it would cost, and I just didn't think we'd ever see it. I thought when I saw Avengers, I know it's a cheap thing to say but when that scene happens, when they all like land in the middle of the Times Square or whatever the fuck they're fighting, and that circle, the camera circle, you see Thor and Iron Man and Captain America and Black Widow and Hawkeye, and that music swells. As a fan of comic books growing up as a kid, I never thought I'd ever fucking see that. I never thought in a million years I would ever see a studio actually making this fucking dream a reality. It's not like, obviously, like, well, you could just put some people in a costume, but it's not just that. Like, I never thought I'd see that like type of realization on screen. Then I could also go with Endgame, when they all are like ready to go and they have this big giant battle and they're all rushing towards each other.
Yeah, dude, that's a great answer too, by the way. For me, just going on recent experience, when I watched The Abyss last week, I was watching that, and it's not a perfect movie, but it's great. But like when I was watching the underwater scene where they were playing bumper cars with the ROVs or whatever, and I'm watching that and I'm like, fuck, dude, this is so amazing. Like, this is like, they don't make movies like this anymore. Like, that was 1989, dude, and this shit looked so fucking real. Like, it looked like it was genuinely happening on screen. I thought that's impossible. And then when you go back and look at how they made that movie, they bought a nuclear like silo that hadn't been used, that was like fucking 200 feet wide and 50 feet deep, and they filmed that movie underwater, which is impossible. The Abyss existing is fucking impossible. So I mean, that's just based on recent, that would be mine. Jake said Deadpool and Wolverine was a newer movie that delivered. Have a good Thanksgiving, boys. Fuck, marry, kill. By the way, you're right. Deadpool, Wolverine shouldn't exist. An R-rated.
That's another movie. That's another movie you never thought you'd see.
No. They
Wolverine in his actual costume fighting Deadpool, and then teaming with him.
Crushed it, dude. Have a good Thanksgiving, and you too, my friend. Fuck, marry, kill. Stallone, Arnold, Jean-Claude. Whoever you kill, by the way, you erase all their movies.
Fuck
God
you,
damn!
you can't drop a
That's what I'm
mic like
talking
that
about.
and be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna drop the mic here. Fight it out. Let them.
It's a
fight.
3-hour live stream. He just dropped on us, Jake did.
Fuck, dude. So if you whoever you kill, you erase their movies.
Yeah,
all right. Well, I have to do it then. I have to, because I would have picked a different scenario if it wasn't like you have to erase their movies. I'm gonna fuck Jean-Claude. I not because I want to, but he also has great thighs. But I would fuck him. I don't want to lose all of his movies, but they're gone. I would marry.
No. You only whoever you kill, you erase their.
Oh, never mind. Idiots. All right. Well, I'll kill Jean-Claude then. I'll fuck Stallone and I'll marry Arnold because Arnold seems like a traditional dude that will take care of me, and like have a good future planned out. That guy came from Austria with fucking nothing and became a bodybuilder and then a goddamn mega superstar in Hollywood. They became fucking governor. All right. I know that Stallone's badass and he is, but you can't match Arnold's tenacity in what he did in his life.
Yeah. This is maybe the toughest question that's ever been asked of us on this fucking channel, dude. Ever. I'm serious. I'm going to marry Arnold because I love that man. He's a father figure to me. And that sounds weird when you say you're going to marry someone, but just every day would just be full of fucking inspiration and advice and good advice. I would marry Arnold. I have to kill Stallone. I have to. I don't want to get rid of Rocky. I don't.
And Rambo.
I don't want to, but Rambo's nothing.
Tango and Cash.
It's fucking peanuts compared to Tango and Cash and Rocky. It kills me to kill Rocky.
You cannot.
But I'm already marrying Arnold, and I can't fuck Stallone because he would be really scary to have sex with. That's the last thing I want to do. Did you see him in Rocky just stand there with his arms over the thing like, yo, Adrian, you gonna leave my dirty apartment? Like that was our very rapey
he'd be a bottom.
moment.
I'm not gonna allow him to top.
It would have to be that way. So I would fuck Jean-Claude, but I hate that. I hate that question. I hate you. Why do you do this to me? Man Tomorrow says, before I watch Batman Begins on Monday and Sunday, I watched Man of Steel and BVS. I'm still not the biggest fan of BVS, but I've always loved Ben Affleck's take on Batman. Even if you dislike the portrayal, the Batman suit is so badass.
It's lifted right off the pages of Frank Miller, and Snyder really did appreciate that suit. And you know what? You can say what you want about that film, but Frank Miller came out and praised it. Like Frank Miller came out and praised it, and he said that was the most accurate description he's ever seen of his take on Batman. Period. Point blank. Put.
If they would have just fixed the Martha storyline, dude, the movie would have went over so better.
I think that BVS is getting. It's weird. When it initially came out, there was a shit ton of people that fucking hated on it, and I think over time, people are starting to come around to that film. And not just that, I think Man of Steel too. I think a lot of people are looking back fondly of those films and be like, yeah, those are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
They have stood the test of time way better than anybody thought that they would. We could wax philosophical on that for hours, but I totally agree with you, man. And again, Zack Snyder's version of Batman vs Superman, the ultimate cut, far better than what they released in theaters. So hey, thank you guys for those, and we're going to get to every single one. But
I have to go pee though. I'll be right back.
Okay. While Jed Pip is in toilet time, we will take a look at where apple pie landed in the fuckaraya in the tier list. So you guys voted on apple pie. We left it to you. You guys say Jay wanted to put this in fuckable. You guys said no, says I. Apple pie, especially warm apple pie. We'll just tell your mother we ate it all. All timer, 42% say apple pie goes in all timer. I love it. I fucking love it. I respect it. I said almost touches the sun. You guys said all time. It's an all timer. Only 19% said fuckable. 26% said pretty rad, but 42% of you put apple pie in the all timer. I love it. Fuck yeah, dude. Apple pie is the best. I kind of regret it. I had an apple pie in the cart today, and I said, no, we already have so many desserts. You guys made me regret it. So fuck me running. Right. So if you guys are just now coming in, all timers are gravy. They are stuffing and they are apple pie. Almost touches the sun are the sides of mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese. Pretty rad. We got eggs, deviled eggs, and fuckable is sweet potato casserole. That puts us on pecan pie. I think this, to me, in my opinion, is the pie that deserves to go to fuckable status. Pecan pie is good. It's great with a cup of coffee. You could put ice cream on that son of a bitch. But if there is a pumpkin pie or brownies and fucking cookies and whatever, and then apple pie, pecan pie, it's going untouched in my opinion. It's going untouched. I think it's fuckable at best, personally. But and we'll get to pumpkin pie, don't you worry. Blu-ray says sucks my butt. Steve, all-timer for Victor. He loves that shit. It's the senior pie. Yeah, it is. It's definitely an old person pie. Ew, that sounds gross. That sounds gross. Pecan's fucking nasty, says Mike Parton. Fuckable at best, says Resident Evil. Pecan pie is nasty. Sucks people eat this or eat this are weird. Pecan's very bottom to me. All-timer again. Fucking Chase loves it. Ooh, that sounds fucking good. Fucking Courtney, I'd eat that shit. Almost touches the sun. Or all-timers, what you're saying. So basically, like the theory behind pumpkin pie is clearly that either it's all-timer for you or you think it fucking sucks. Jay is back from his PP time. And what do you think about pecan pie, Jay? You're muted, you whore.
I wasn't ready yet, you bitch. Wait. Pecan pie is an all-timer. All fucking timer. I don't want to hear no argument about it.
You're fucking lying. Are you serious?
I love pecan pie, dude.
That's great. Crazy.
I love pecan pie. I would rather have that over anything else. I think pecan pie is fucking... I do, dude. I swear to God, I love pecan pie. I love that shit. I love it.
You're joshing me.
No, I'm not. I don't even know who fucking Josh in my life.
All right, we'll put it to a poll then, because I think it's fuckable at best. A lot of people said sucks my butt, Steve, but some people did agree with you. It was an all-timer.
Well, you know what? I don't.
Pie is the most divisive, it seems.
Well, yeah, the treats of the masses.
Yeah, I who would have thought? I think pumpkin pie is going to be an easy all-timer, but we'll get to that when we get to that. It's up in the vote for you guys to check out. We will move on swiftly, quickly, and like I am in bed. How about the chocolate pie? Now, chocolate pie can.
I think that's cheap. It doesn't even feel like traditional.
For me, it does. Like, there's always been a chocolate pie at my Thanksgiving. Not just your pudding, Jello, Bill Cosby chocolate pie. But
we're not talking about your 7-Eleven escapades,
right? We're talking about Marie calendars in the freezer. Every year got one today. Every year we got a Marie calendar silk chocolate pie, and that thing you just bust it out all week long. Eat it cold. It's fucking almost touches the sun.
I feel it's a good pie, but I feel like a snooty bitch when I see like a chocolate pie. Like, you guys couldn't come up with anything more creative. You just put a big old chunk of fucking chocolate into a bowl and cook that shit. It just feels like he's like, we didn't really know what to make for dessert, so we just, like, I don't know, got a chocolate pie. It's good. Chocolate's always good. But
yeah, it's chocolate or chat-wise chocolate. Chat-wise, all-timer, almost touches the sun, all-timer. I've never even tried chocolate pie.
Well, the chat wants it to be all-timer. That's fine. I'm not saying, but all-timer. A bunch of Willie sycophants in the fucking chat.
Sucks my butt, Steve, for Courtney. He's not a chocolate pie.
I'm not saying that chocolate pie is bad. I just feel like it's so uninspired and unoriginal. And I told you I was gonna sound like a snooty bitch. When you see chocolate pie, you didn't know what to make for dessert, did you? Like, no, I didn't.
It seems like a lot of people have never had it. Those who have called it an all-timer. Jay is pretty mid about it. I think almost touches the sun is fair, since we don't have time for a vote right now because pecan pie's in there. So we'll put chocolate pie and almost touches the sun. Which I think it's appropriate. I like it there. Here's getting off the pie conversation. Corn pudding. What do you think?
Disgusting.
I like me some corn pudding. It's not the best.
Damn, dude, I literally almost got a gag reflex. Fuck that shit. Creamy ass, soupy ass corn mixed in with some chunky shit going down your throat after you had a nice turkey dinner is disgusting to me. What the fuck did you do?
I think it's perfectly mid-tier.
Oh,
I think it's
damn. No,
I like it. It's not my favorite. I don't need it, but it's a nice addition, dude. It's
stick that corn cob up Steve's ass. Fuck that. I don't like that shit at all, dude. I like corn on the cob is good, or just like regular corn. Put that shit. What is that? Corn pudding? Oh God.
Yeah, it's corn pudding.
The words together don't make sense. It sounds like satanic. I don't like that.
I think it's delicious, dude. I mean, I'm in the middle, but let's see what you guys are saying. So, sucks my butt, Steve. Never tried corn pudding. Baden Miller's never had a Thanksgiving. Tanner says never tried it, but I'll pass. Sucks my butt, Steve. Never even heard of it.
Get out of here.
Never had it. Never had it. Gross. What about cornbread? That's a different conversation. Who pudding?
I don't know.
Sucks. Keep corn out my
That's
pudding.
what I'm saying, dude. Keep that shit separated.
Wow,
Keep them
guys.
separated.
You guys
gotta
are
keep them
missing
separated.
out.
You cannot put fucking pudding with corn, you nasty motherfucker.
All right, I'm gonna go with you, and I'm gonna go with the chat, and I'm gonna do what you guys say. I just want to let you know I'm doing it in protest because for me it's fuckable, probably
God
pretty
damn.
bad. But I'll put it in Steve's ass. But you guys are sleeping on the corn pudding.
No way,
You're
dude.
sleeping on it.
I'll take my pudding with fucking the blessing of Bill Cosby. Thank you.
You guys are fucking sleeping on it. Here's one I'll probably disagree with everybody too. Broccoli casserole. I think it's fucking gross. Like I don't think
I ever had it.
Oh, it's ugly looking. It's to me it's disgusting. It just sucks my butt, Steve.
What's on that? Is that cheese or is that just like
no, it's like a cream of mushroom,
Crispies.
maybe fucking crispy onions. I don't like it. I'm not a fucking.
I never had it, so I can't really vote on it. I never had it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Green beans, awesome. That's green bean casserole. Yeah, it looks gross. Give it to Steve. Green beans make me vomit. Yeah,
Looks like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vomited in a cup.
I'm glad we're in agreement. I thought people were going to argue with me. I'm not a fucking green bean casserole guy. For me, it's broccoli casserole. That's where I go. How about the old charcuterie board?
What is that?
The charcuterie board, charcuterie board, whatever you want to put it. It's the thing, maybe if it's not a charcuterie board for you, it's chips and dip. It's like when dinner's being made, the things that people snack on. You got some grapes, maybe.
A snack, like a finger food.
Yeah, like while you're waiting. I think it's fuckable. I could go without it. I really don't care. I'm saving it for the big meal.
It looks good. I mean, I like that shit. It looks all right. I'll put it. I even put that at pretty rad, to be honest. Like, it's fine. You like, hold yourself over a little bit, you fatty, before you have to eat, the turkey and gravy and shit. So yeah, I put it pretty rad.
Yeah, if you show up and you're hungry,
that looks good as fuck. I never had a bounty like that.
Yeah,
I never seen a bounty like that. That's good shit.
It sounds like it's pretty rad. I mean, personally, for me, it's fuckable, but I'm getting a lot of pretty rad attitudes.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty rad. It kind of looks like what you would, like when you were like your best friend was coming over, and you're like, we're having an intervention, but here's some finger food.
Yeah. And it's right up there with the deviled eggs, which actually makes it perfect there. It's nice, but it's not necessary. Big one, ham.
Ham is amazing. But it's also dependent on, I would rather have turkey, to be honest. I think ham is awesome. I would put this at almost touches the sun. But it's not perfect. Ham is good. Ham is great. Ham is life. But it's not perfect.
That stuff.
I like, do you like regular ham, like when it's just like served like cooked ham, or do you want like honeyed ham?
No, fuck that honey ham shit, dude. For years, my sister and her husband used to be like, we bought $1,000 ham at the Sweet Honey and what's it called? Honey Heaven, fucking whatever. They would always show up with this fancy fucking bullshit that they didn't even make, and I'm like, that's just disgusting. It tastes like sugared meat.
It tastes like you got this from the Dollar General with a coupon.
Yeah, I like salty ham. I like my ham salty with a biscuit. I personally, I'm pretty rad on it, but I understand almost touches the sun. I honestly, if I showed up to a Thanksgiving and they didn't have ham, I'm good with it. To me, ham is the Christmas dish, whereas Thanksgiving.
I agree. It's weird when you have turkey and ham at Thanksgiving. I know it's a staple for a lot of families, but it's always weird to me when you see ham too. It's like, well, I have a new selection of meat that I can slap around in my mouth, but I don't know.
Yeah, we already have a main course. Fuckable for Tomo, doesn't like ham. Ham is cool. It's just mad. Yeah, I agree with that. Honey baked. That's what it was. Honey baked hams. I think that shit's nasty as fuck, dude. Go without the ham. They think honey baked ham's an all timer. Almost touches the sun. Don't eat pork. All timer. Ham in a sandwich. Yes, ham is made. I agree with that. Ham in a sandwich rules. Normal ham with mustard. Honey baked ham. Guilty eating. What's the thing with like? I don't dine on swine. Some people don't like to eat pork.
Certain religions don't allow them to do that.
Turkey is the best. So what do you think? You think pretty rad or almost touch the sun? I'll leave it to you.
I mean, I'd put it lower than that, but I'll put it at pretty rad.
Pretty rad. Yeah, I think pretty rad's the perfect spot, personally. I thought you were saying almost touches the sun.
No, I don't think it's that good.
Yeah, I think that fits. How about rolls? You have to have it because you got to have something. You got to dip the fucking mashed potatoes. You got to dip the gravy.
I'm gonna put that motherfucker at almost touches the sun myself.
Yeah,
rolls
it's necessary.
I think you have to have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? We just talked about you got to make a mashed potato sandwich with your roll, with your hot fucking roll out the oven. You make a mashed potato sandwich. You got to have it. If rolls aren't presented at the Thanksgiving dinner, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, some people do go with cornbread though. They do go with cornbread.
I was gonna say, I think cornbread, biscuits, they all kind of roll into the same thing. The bread, like it kind of has to be. Personally, I prefer rolls over cornbread because cornbread breaks apart. Like,
you know what's badass, dude? Hawaiian rolls. Those are
good.
Fucking.
But I'm disappointed if that's at Thanksgiving. Hawaiian rolls is like a store-bought thing. At Thanksgiving, it's like I want someone to make some fucking
rolls. I think homemade rolls are the best. But I'm saying, like, if you didn't get a chance to make some rolls, Hawaiian rolls are a good. That's all right.
Yeah, cinnamon rolls and ham. Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually. They're Thanksgiving staple.
They know. It's a staple. It's an all-timer. It's an all-timer. You have to have the fucking roll.
I can't go all-timer now. I mean, it's a staple, but it's not the best part.
I think you have to have a fucking roll to even consider yourself a part of the Thanksgiving community. If you don't have rolls,
the feature. It's not the feature.
It's an accessory to the feature. If you don't have that, you don't have. It's like having Batman without the bat signal. You have to have it.
We have a vote going. All right, so we're gonna rock paper scissors this. All right, and I know you hate that, but that's what we're gonna do.
Because we can't. The delay is too much.
And no, we can do it. We can do it. We can make it happen. I'm gonna be almost touches the sun. Jay is all timer. Rolls or red of your choice. Are you ready? Best out of 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Shoot.
All right, guys. This is nothing.
1, 2, 3. Shoot.
Oh, fucking piece of shit.
1, 2, 3. Shoot.
All right, that's one. That's one. That's one. All right.
1, 2, 3. Shoot. 1, 2, 3. Shoot.
Fuck
yeah.
Fucking goddamn.
Oh yeah, I won because I won. It's best. That's okay. Yeah,
you did win. So rolls going all timer. Although that's incorrect. They shouldn't be there. That's where they're gonna go, and it taints the whole thing. It taints the whole thing.
Don't bring your taint into this. No one's interested.
It's gonna be an interesting one. Cranberry sauce.
Oh my god, get the fuck out of here, dude.
I'm interested because listen, I've never ever put cranberry sauce on my plate. But today, tomorrow, I'm gonna.
Cranberry sauce mixed in with something else is kind of okay, but just by itself, nah. You got to be fucked up if you think I'm.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're gonna put it on your turkey or your rolls or whatever, right? So
that looks like a digestive tract that has been crumbled up. I've
never done it, but I plan to. So
I think cranberry sauce. I know a lot of people are gonna like it. It is a tradition. It's very traditional of a normal Thanksgiving dinner. 100%. I think cranberry sauce fucking overrated like a motherfucker. I don't hate it. I don't love it though. I'd put it at fuckable.
I think fuckable's correct personally too. Shakes my butt, Steve, because like you kind of expect it to be there, even if you don't like it. It's a no for me. Pretty rad.
Yeah, dude.
There's
something about that. Yeah, fuckable cans. Like it just tastes. It's too processed. It's over processed. If you don't like cranberries, it's just there. That's true. Like, dude, you could go to a Thanksgiving dinner at a friend's house or a family or whatever, and like generally there's going to be a fuck ton of cranberry sauce left over.
Yeah, I think as respect to it being a staple, and out of respect to the people who really enjoy it, I think fuckable is the right way to go.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. I think that again, if you mix it in with certain food items, it 100%. Might work.
Yeah.
But as a standalone dish, how the fuck are you? You want me to shove this shit in my fucking mouth? It looks like goober grape.
It's there. It's obviously there as I love goober grape. But... in the case of pecan pie, Jay said it was an all-timer. He was adamant. I said it was, I don't remember what I said, but you guys say it's fuckable. 45% say pecan pie is fuckable. 28% did say all-timer. So
you know what? It's weird. I didn't know our chat was fucking communist. That's weird. Motherfuckers don't like peanuts. You don't like the nut family? Well,
pecan pie goes.
Lose me your mailing address, then I don't want to come over.
I could not agree more. It's the last dessert I'm picking, but I will eat it for leftovers. All right. I think we got an easy one here. Pumpkin pie's got to be all-timer. It's a staple. It screams fall into your mouth hole.
It does.
It's
I think but here's the thing about pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is good, but pumpkin pie can also be atrocious. I have had experiences in my lifetime where pumpkin pie has been flat, dead, and much like my ex-wife, had no soul.
Was she the one that made it?
No, actually, it was her mother-in-law, but it came from her. It was genetic. But I put this at almost touches the sun. Personally, I don't put it as an all-timer, but it is a staple of the fall season. So if people put it at an all-timer, I would understand and agree. But as a personal opinion, I think it's the way you prepare it. It's the way that it's made. It's the way, I said the same thing, but does whipped cream go on it? Is it warm? Is it
Absolutely.
cold?
Whipped cream
I don't know.
is a must. Whipped cream is a must.
The chat's going to disagree. They're going to go all timer. I already know. But
it's an absolute all timer. Except for Tanner says it's terrible. All timer says Holly, love you, Holly. All timer, all timer, all timer. I don't think you could have Thanksgiving without a pumpkin pie somewhere.
Well, you have to have a pumpkin pie just sitting there. But I guess just on personal experience, I've had some bad ones.
And I get what you're saying. For me, though, 90% of pumpkin pies are good. You could buy one at the store. You can have a homemade one. It's almost always the same, almost. So, like, and I feel like Thanksgiving's not Thanksgiving without it.
What do you think is more important? Do you think? Well, I'm not saying it's more important, but do you think that the crust of the pie has a lot to do with whether or not you're going to enjoy the overall pie? I think the crust is underrated. I do. I think the crust of the pie is extremely underrated because a lot of people just overlook that. They don't a lot of people don't butter the crust. Butter your crust. It feels flat. It feels like it's like, and sometimes it's rubbery because it's not cooked all the way through. Or I'm just saying, like, I feel like you shut the fuck up. First off, you are full of shit, and Hawks fly it down and let everyone know how much shit you're full of. I would never. That's one of the worst experiences of my life. Eating fucking pumpkin pie alone in my underwear, watching Scream 3. At that point, I'm like this close from suicide if I'm doing that.
Hey, we got an easy one here. There's no doubt. There's no Thanksgiving without it. You have to have it. Doesn't matter if it's dry. Doesn't matter if it tastes like ass. It's always the all-timer. That's the fucking turkey.
It's all-timer. Yeah, because the turkey can, like, it's a staple of not only Thanksgiving, but also Christmas. You must have the Thanksgiving turkey, and you must have the Christmas turkey. Even though a lot of people will argue Christmas ham is more important, I personally feel like you must have turkey.
I don't give a shit what you make on Christmas, dude. Make a lasagna, make a spaghetti. I think ham is
I think you have to.
But I don't need ham.
No, I think that
at Christmas.
Christmas has traditions too. I mean, they have like their own little. But I always feel like turkey, like it's so fucking good. They had to make a second holiday for it. So Thanksgiving, it's badass. It's like, God damn, this is a good fucking bird. I stuffed my mouth with this fucker.
Yeah, it moves to the front.
It's an all-timer. It's an all-fucking timer.
It's the fucking all-timer. You can't.
And you could do a lot of. You could do like, dude. I never thought until YouTube was invented, where you could actually like see all these different people and how they prepare their turkey, that there was any different way to make turkey. But god damn, dude, there's so many different variations out there on how they make their turkey. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's so. I love turkey, dude. I love it.
I love fucking deep fried turkeys where it's at. I'm scared to do it myself.
I never had that. That sounds awesome though.
No, dude. Kate's parents had like a deep turkey fryer here. I won't do it because I'm afraid I'm gonna murder my whole family, and it's just not worth it. But dude, the crust,
it's gonna be so good, you're gonna kill everyone.
Well, no, because like a lot of people blow their houses up, like a meth lab trying to make fried turkey, because they dip it in and it like lights the house on fire.
Do you all stuff your turkey?
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah, but not like with like traditional stuffing. But do you put like I've been around, like they put like fucking lemon in that shit, or they'll put like weird shit. I'm like, why'd you put that in that duty hole? Why'd you do that?
Best turkey I ever had in my life, dude. Someone fried the turkey and they injected it. You got to inject the turkey too with butter or Cajun or whatever, but they injected the turkey with champagne. Deep fried turkey injected with champagne. Fuck my ass with a spoon. That was the best thing I've ever had.
And then eat it after. Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, that's the list, guys. Good job, everybody. Well done. That was fun. And I think we're all a little bit more excited for fucking turkey dinner tomorrow.
I'm not going to have any of that shit. I'm going to be having the gobbler from Wawa. which is a combination of a lot of the favorite treats on that list.
Hey man, we keep 2 chairs open for you guys every Thanksgiving. But
You're a
you don't like
liar,
me, so you don't come.
and you know what's
You don't
weird
come.
is
You don't come.
you're weird because you think I'm gonna come to your house,
Yeah,
and then it's
I
just
do.
gonna be me and you hanging out, and you should be spending time with your children and your mother-in-law. And like,
I'm gonna-
no, he's gonna go hang out with this weirdo best friend in the garage and drink beer and smoke cigarettes. Oh, we don't smoke
we don't even
anymore,
smoke cigarettes anymore. See,
but we're gonna vape. I don't
See?
do it because I feel awkward. I come to somebody's house and be like, I'm just gonna sit around here in the corner and like pretend like eat the turkey. But it's good. Who made this?
you're
like,
overthinking it. Just come and
Katie's
eat
mom made
turkey
it.
with
Like,
us.
it's really good. I just don't do that shit.
I invite Jay every year. He never comes. That son of a bitch. Look
You
at
don't
him.
invite me
Judge
every
him.
year.
I do too. I invite you every fucking year. You never come. To
Well, I'm waiting on
Thanksgiving.
my text message. Where's the fucking one?
I this year I said, you know, I'm not even doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm
Right.
not wasting
That's
my
right.
time. I'm not wasting my finger time.
I talked to my
Not
brother,
inviting him.
which by the way, he's going and having his in-law feast, and he was like, "What are you all doing?" I was like, "Well, we're eating gas station food, elite gas station food."
That's out of choice. Out of choice. pal.
Well, no,
All right.
no, but honestly, I get, I don't know. You know, I lost a lot of my family members and stuff like that. It gets weird over the holidays. I'd rather just eat a fucking hoagie with some goddamn Thanksgiving flavor on it rather than go and celebrate the holiday.
I get and respect that. I'm estranged from my family other than my current family. So that's what I was saying. It's me and the kids, Kate's mom, and that's it.
The
Come
problem with
have
that, like I
turkey.
swear to God, dude, the problem, this is what it would be. I come with Katie, or I'm sorry, with April. Katie and April would hang out.
You better not come with Katie.
I don't think that's gonna happen. No, April and I would come together, and then Katie and April would hang out, and then it would just be me and you. Be like, "You want to watch the Packers game?" Like, yeah, we'll do that, and we'll sit in there and drink beer, and then your kids be like, "Hey, Dad, look at this!" Like, I'm watching the game with you.
That's not the kids will just hang out with us. We just hang out with the kids.
I know, but I don't want to do that
turkey.
either. I feel weird. I feel
Yeah,
like
just
that's-
say that.
No,
Just
I
say
feel like
that,
I feel like that's a family moment I shouldn't be involved with. Like those are special holidays
Your
reserved for
family
families.
slut. It's the same thing. Just come over and eat chicken. The kids will be like, "There's."
They
Jay,
say
that
you're a
fucking
demon, but I don't believe them.
I got to show you guys this though. Hang on. This is what I was talking about earlier. I gotta find it.
What would be the saddest thing ever is like this is when you know it's like fucking red line. If Jay ever goes live on Thanksgiving and I'm drunk as fuck and I'm eating like a hoagie in front of you, like let's hang out together.
Do a live hoagie or do a live gobbler.
Somebody be like, yeah, it would immediately get picked up by TMZ, like the saddest man on Thanksgiving.
I had to show you guys this though. I told you I would. This dude, you should watch the whole video because it's fucking hilarious. Again, people will get their panties in a wad. Keep your pantyhose on. It's made by AI, but again, it's Donald Trump.
You've already lost like half the audience right now.
I know, right? It's Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Barack Obama doing what we just did. And I'm just gonna let the one section, the gravy section, play out, dude. It's so fucking good. Here we go.
I usually just put a light layer on all the turkey and just a splash on some of the sides.
You really can't go wrong with the amount. It's like syrup on pancakes. Everyone likes a little different, so you can't judge me for drowning all my food in the stuff.
I feel like gravy is also comparable to turkey as far as quality. It's easy to make gravy, but it's also easy to make a shitty gravy.
However,
A shitty
Only
gravy.
weirdos get fucking giblet gravy.
I've had it a few times, but I'm honestly not a fan.
It's either a smooth gravy or I'm
It's a
walking out the
giblet
door.
gravy.
so where do we rank it?
S tier, another easy one.
Yeah, it's simply the glue that holds the entire meal together. It's not a Thanksgiving meal until I mop all the leftover gravy and turkey bits with my dinner roll,
That's
leaving
true.
the plate as clean as the floors in the Mar-a-Lago.
Hard to disagree with that. Speaking of breads, why don't we get into the
Hey,
best-
bipartisan. We all came to an
Yeah.
agreement. We like
That's
that.
that's the best part, dude. It's so wholesome because like while they make fun of each other and they get like
Dude, I was trying to pull up. Dude, I saw it was on TikTok. It was one of the funniest things of all time because it reminded me of us.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I can't get it though. I can't sign into my account for some fucking reason, but it was a picture of dude. Give me a second. You talk for a second. Let me see if I can like make this
All right.
happen.
I'm gonna play the deviled eggs one for you guys too because it's so good. All right.
Okay, and what about deviled eggs?
I can enjoy me a deviled egg.
This is a disaster. What kind of a host wants to fill their guests up with eggs? You're just going to end up with a room full of farts.
Facts. It's weird that you're kind of hoping the deviled eggs aren't a hit with everyone.
You guys are off. Deviled eggs hit so hard, especially when it's earlier and you have people like Donnie skipping breakfast. Provides a nice breakfast in one bite and will hold you over perfectly until the turkey comes out.
They're fine, but do not beat a good charcuterie board.
I think they're equal to, if not better than, a charcuterie board.
Not a huge fan of cold eggs. I'd be a D tier.
Yeah, I'm probably around there. Much better options. Pretty creamy, though.
At least bring it up to C tier for the fact that you can prep this early and just bust it out the second guests arrive.
Yeah, it's good in C tier.
I'll take it.
Enough of this foolishness. Only the weak like Joe need to eat before turkey is ready in the early afternoon. Bring out.
It's fucking great, dude. That whole video, I sat and watched it, the entire fucking like 20-minute video, and laughed my ass off. He said charcuterie. Oh, dear God.
Never mind. Dude, this fucking thing is all fucked up.
TikTok's hard on PC.
No, it's not that. It's just it was like I can't do the audio anyway. It was like drag this to get the audio cue. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It's okay because we have a couple bits of movie news to get to. We do. And again, the super chats and stuff have been so fucking great that running short on time to get to everything that we wanted to. But in the news of Warner Brothers, we all know Warner Brothers is for sale. It could bring back the Snyderverse by the end of it. But they had their big bid, where Paramount, Comcast, and Netflix, and maybe some mystery parties were bidding on Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers and this fucking piece of shit, David Zaslav, already pushed those aside and said, okay, we want your even better bids by December 1st. So on December the 1st, everyone's going to bid again and make their best shot to buy Warner Brothers. I'm starting to wonder if it's even going to get sold at all.
No, I mean, Warner Brothers is done with it, dude. They don't want it. They're trying. I mean, maybe they're trying to figure out a way like to keep the lights on. Maybe Warner Brothers is doing extremely bad, and like this baggage is what they don't want.
I think they're doing good because they had Weapons and some other movies come out. They had a great fucking year, which is why it's so questionable that they're selling. But but
they didn't have a great year on some of the tentpole movies they released.
Yeah, and that brings us to another story here. Rush Hour 4 is going into development from Brett Ratner and is being distributed by Paramount. So here's the thing, and this makes me think Paramount has an in with Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers owns Rush Hour. They don't want to make the movie, but they're going to let Paramount make Rush Hour 4 with Brett Ratner. And this comes on the heels of a story where fucking Donald Trump.
I heard about that.
Donald Trump was like, I want Paramount to make Rush Hour 4 and Bloodsport. Donald Trump loves fucking Bloodsport.
You know, he's got a picture of Bloodsport in his dojo that he like probably like boxes at 100%.
Yeah. So recently it came out, Donald Trump said that he wants them to make another Bloodsport movie and he wants Rush Hour 4. And then days later, it gets announced Paramount's making Rush Hour 4 through Warner Brothers.
Dude, by the way, I gotta be honest, Chris Tucker looks fucking good now. Like he's lost some weight.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did. Like he looks less swollen. Because I think he just surprised Jackie Chan on a panel or something like that. Maybe that I could be wrong, but it looked like it was recent, and he looks good. Like Chris Tucker looks really fucking good. Like he's in shape.
In ages, man. In ages.
I could be wrong. I could be like it might have been a panel that was years ago, but I'm down. I would have Rush Hour 4. Let's heal the country. Let's heal the country.
Yeah, all the politics aside, I also want a Bloodsport and a Rush Hour 4.
They already tried a Bloodsport remake. It was terrible.
Yeah. No, I know. Bloodsport's tough because I would love to see a Bloodsport movie too. But who do you have? Frank Grillo, maybe Frank Grillo.
No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can remake Bloodsport. You can't. I just don't think you can. It captured the late '80s in a way that it can't be replicated. Jean-Claude Van Damme was the perfect Frank Dukes. The whole storyline was great. The supporting cast was great. You can't recapture that moment.
Probably not.
I just don't think you could do it.
But tell me you wouldn't go see it. They announced a Bloodsport and they picked the right actor?
Well, Jean-Claude Van Damme was involved with the remake that they just did.
I mean, he's definitely too old to do it unless they had like a
Well, he was supposed to be the Kung Fu master or whatever. And it was I would say leave it alone.
Glenn Powell takes karate lessons and does Bloodsport. Are you watching?
I am done with the Glenn Powell conversation. I think that
I'm
Glenn
just saying,
Powell,
are you watching? If he
no,
takes
I'm not.
a bunch of
I don't. Here's the thing. I think Glenn Powell's a good actor. I don't have any ill will towards him. I think like I said, he's a solid actor. I don't want. It's like everyone's casting Glenn Powell and fucking everything.
I
too.
agree.
I'm done with that. I don't want to see it.
I understand that. I'm fascinated with the idea. Do you want to see Rush Hour 4 though?
Yes, I do.
Old Men Rush Hour 4 sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'm into that. Again, politics aside, that's just a thing. This is fucking crazy, by the way. Dude, this is fucking wild. Quentin Tarantino recalls feeling kind of turned on by the passion of the fucking Christ.
It's when they zoomed in on his feet being hammered into the cross.
He literally said,
that's weird, dude.
I had this moment when I was watching the movie. You're just seeing this guy get as fucked up as you've ever seen a lead character in a movie get fucked up before. There's this one scene when it's almost as bad as anything that happens later, when he's whipped with sticks, the riding whips by the Roman soldiers, and they really kind of play it out before it starts happening. He's tied there. It's going to be bad. And they're motherfuckers. I mean, they're motherfuckers. They look like the worst cops you've ever seen in your life. And they're testing it out. They're passing it around. And you're like, oh my God, this is going to be fucking horrible. And he's stretching it out, stretching. Then it starts happening. And then it's like wham, and you feel it. And then it's another one, wham, and like 3, 4, 5 times, and you feel every fucking blow. By the 6th blow, I traded places, and I was now a Roman. And I started getting kind of turned on by the beating. I'm not Jesus getting beat, though. I became the Roman. And all of a sudden, the whipping, I started getting the rush of that. And I couldn't believe I was feeling that, but I was feeling it. Quentin Tarantino was turned on by the thought of him being a Roman beating the shit out of Jesus.
So,
never heard a quote
without him knowing
fucking life.
He's just revealed his Pornhub searches, BDSM and feet. He likes that.
Wild, dude.
Like, does he jack off to Hellraiser and like fill it in a cup when he watches that shit? Like, that's fucking weird, dude. It's like sometimes you shouldn't get high on weed or shrooms and then give this response, because that's a little odd. And I love Quentin Tarantino, dude, but that guy's a little fucking weird to be like, yeah, I was watching this torturous film where this guy was like literally brutalized in front of all these people. But the one thing that I kept going back to was like, my dick is hard and I have to hide this when I get up from the theater. I was like, either you're a sadist or you're a Satanist. I don't know which one it is.
If someone said that and they asked me who said it, and gun to my head, I'd be like Kanye West. Never in my life when I thought Quentin Tarantino just openly was like, hey, I get a fucking big chubby when I see Jesus.
I've never in my life experienced any type of torture scene in a film and be like, God damn, fucking hurts. It's so hard. I've never,
much less when it's Jesus Christ.
I've never had that. Yeah, especially, but I've never had that moment in my life. That type of like lightning bolt that strikes my spine where I'm like, God, this is turning me on, dude. My dick is literally the hardest it's ever been, ever. I've never, and then much less share this with the internet and let them know.
He said that he met Mel Gibson a few times and told him about his unique reaction. He says, he looked at me like I was a fucking nut. Of course, he doesn't understand where I'm coming from, and I don't know if anyone else will. We don't, Quentin. We don't. Right. He said, it sounds like he's just being perverse, but extreme violence is just funny to me. Extremely enjoyable experience as a whole as the movie. And Gibson did a tremendous directorial job. But that's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard in my life.
Like, if he were talking about like a metaphorical like boner, like I can't believe they're like, because Quentin Tarantino loves like that type of not imagery, but that graphic, get down and dirty type of cinematography and the way they're shooting. Yeah, like, yeah, I get that. Like, I mean, maybe a boner metaphorically, like, it was like, oh my God, this is so awesome because they're going as far as they can. They're pushing the limit. But it sounded very fucking sexual in the way either he said it or the way that Joe Blow is putting it together, making it sound sexual.
No, that's just why those are the quotes. That's what he fucking
said. I know, but you can frame it in a certain way to make it seem sexual. If he was talking about like, hey, I got a boner because it's like I like violent depictions. I think it's cool.
It's he said what he said. This is a big one though, by the way. By the way, they did release a trailer for Strangers 3. Jay hasn't seen Strangers 2. Did you even see the first remake of the Strangers? The original one? I haven't I have not watched it, the trailer yet, but like, yeah, so I won't show it.
If I avoid Damien Mafia is not in it, I don't have
fucking wild, dude. And then there is also, hang on. Okay, so this is a big one. In the case of Mike Flanagan is going to be directing, obviously, the new Exorcist movie for Blumhouse. They just cast their first lead in the movie, and it's Scarlett fucking Johansson in Mike Flanagan's Exorcist remake, which is, that tells you they're putting all the chips on the table. And he said, this is the scariest project I've ever done.
If she dresses up in the Black Widow costume to take down that demon.
That's who's she going to be? That's a big question. Who's she going to fucking be?
If she's the fucking priest and she shows up and she's like, I need to get dressed. And she comes in with her fucking leather outfit and she's like, get the fuck out of that body. I'm like, God damn it. If I were that demon, I'd be like, yes. What else?
I'm not gonna lie.
She's probably gonna be the mom. She's probably gonna be the mom.
You're fucking dead on, dude. She's gonna be the mom, I think. If there is a kid we don't know what it's gonna be out of the story. It's not gonna be a remake or anything really that tied to the original. But dude, Mike Flanagan said it's his scariest movie yet. They have all kinds of money behind this. The fact that Blumhouse is putting out for Scarlett Johansson,
that's
which
big
we
news.
all would. That could be fucking huge.
We should get Mike Flanagan on the show and talk about it.
I would love to.
I wish. Well, now that he's working at Blumhouse, like, you can't go on that show.
Probably, yeah. Blumhouse not big fans of us. Is Blumhouse not? But that's big news. I'm very, very excited for it in my tchotchkes.
Well, here's the thing, also, but I'm still of the opinion you can't remake a classic like that. I mean, maybe it's going to be good.
It's not a remake though. It's just another story, you know. So it's not a remake. At least there's
it's not a remake, but it's still a remake. I mean, maybe it's not a remake, wink, but it is a remake.
That's fair. Where were you in the super chats, by the way? I have no idea where you left off on the YouTube super chats.
I was right here. Ricky P says, "Evening, fellas. I think it's all spiritual. Could be a mixture of everything possible. For sure, way more to this world than we were led to believe." I agree with you. I think, and he was referring to when we discussed the documentary that just was released on Amazon Prime. It's also in theaters, called "The Age of Disclosure," discussing aliens and UAPs and such. I think you're right. I think that there's something that this cabal of secret organization within the government is kept from not only the United States, but from the world. I think it's a mixture. I do agree with you 100%.
Yeah. And someone else brought up, a lot of people think that, and by the way, that was my only knock on Age of Disclosure. None of them, all of those dudes in that documentary worked with Tom DeLonge with To the Stars, and they never.
I really thought I'd see him showing up, especially when they were getting into the 2020s.
Yeah,
like he would show up, but I don't know.
They really fucked them on that. I feel like he should have been included,
or he was just regurgitating everything they've been doing.
Maybe, I don't know. By the way, Shithawk, it's Maker's Mark and Diet Ale 8, which is a ginger ale. It's delicious.
Dr. Corn Dogs, PhD of the Dogs of Corn, says, "Would you bet your life an alien has killed a human before?" Yes. I don't know. Here's the thing. Actually, I take that back. I would bet my life that a human has been given to an alien by our government as some sort of exchange. I think that's happened. I think that's
interesting because, like, yeah, well, I think probably because, like, there's all these cases where you see like cattle that get just dropped off and they're like split open, and clearly there's been experiments done on them. But maybe the aliens didn't want to kill a human.
I don't think
instead they did the death tests on the cattle. I would argue maybe they haven't before. That's probably a good sign for us.
Yeah, I don't think that they purposefully set out to kill a human being, but I think that through experimentation they might have passed away. Dr. Corndog says, "I bet dollars alien and Bigfoot have killed a human before." I agree. I think that's probably happened.
I don't believe in Bigfoot personally.
Well, here's the thing. Well, in that documentary, they do mention cryptoids. Cryptoid technology is what they said. Everyone always looks for alien technology. Cryptoid technology, meaning that if there was another race that split off from the evolutionary track of humanity and developed on its own, like the reptilian race, whatnot, whatever, Who knows? I mean, dude, we don't know shit about our own world. We're literally sitting here like arrogant fucksticks, right? Thinking we have all the answers and we want to go out into space. We haven't even mapped our fucking ocean floor. We don't know half the fuck we're talking
That's where
about.
it's at. That's where it's at. I got pee. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll see you soon. I'll see you real soon. Austin 244. Thank you so much. Says Mike's Aliens versus Jay's Ghost could be the next AVP. Imagine a 400 million budget, James Cameron at the helm. We live in the wrong timeline. Well, how do you know they don't exist in the same timeline? You know, I've heard a theory before that ghosts and things that people think that are ghosts are actually visitors from another planet, like an intelligent species outside of our species that are using holograms or some shit to spy on us, to watch us, and in your mind immediately, that's a ghost. I don't know, but who knows? It's weird to me. I don't know. Like if your mind is open to the possibility of aliens and things that you don't understand that could potentially be out there, why isn't it open to the potential of ghosts? I don't know. I think your mind, like humanity is stupid. At the end of the day, we're all stupid. We act like we have all the answers and we're not even close to that. But we walk around with big britches thinking that we have it all figured out. That ain't true at all. But thank you, Austin. Mikey Myers says, happy Thanksgiving to my favorites ever. Hey, appreciate you, Mikey Myers. Have a great one. We have Andromeda 1741. Hey, Jay, me and my mom get Wawa Gobblers on Thanksgiving too. It's an elite gas station. Yeah, dude, it is. It's an elite fucking gas station. And by the way, the Gobblers are amazing. It's great. Don't fuck with Arby's. I know that it's hard to ignore because they're advertised everywhere. And Ving Rhames is an amazing voice for Arby's. But no, get a Wawa. If you have a Wawa available to you, their gobblers are superior to all. But thank you, Andromeda. Papa Hadis, Dr. Loomis, cow. Dr. Chalice, what? Dr. Loomis, cow. From Rob Zombie Halloween 2.
Oh, yeah. You remember the script? He was talking about that in the last stream. So if we were in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 and we just wrecked into a cow, here we go.
Cow.
What?
Cow.
Shit. Fuck.
I've done that in my pants. I didn't know a cow was going to come out.
It's basically that fucking scene.
Denkata 90 says, if you could thank one person from your past who isn't here today, who would it be and why? Deep ass fucking question. Possible tearjerker. We're not going to get too deep into that because there's a lot, but go ahead.
That's a deep question. That's a very, very deep question. I got nothing. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I got nothing there that I want to talk about. Yeah.
I think that the person that I would thank the most for me would be my big dad, which I know I don't want to get into too deep of it. Big Dad is he was my grandfather, but he raised me like a son, so I called him Dad. I had a biological father that I was also close to, but Big Dad passed away in April of just last year. I would thank him for, I mean, he was a very special person to me. He always seemed like he had shit together. I would thank him for showing me humility and having fun with your life and not taking everything too seriously, but also being intelligent enough to realize that not everyone has your best interests at heart. And I feel like that's a good lesson. I feel like that's a lesson that a lot of people should learn. I was like, not everyone that you make friends with are your best buddies. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. But yeah.
Well fucking said, man. Well said.
Andromeda says, Dr. Loomis, please make fun of my a-hole family. Get off SNAP benefits. They shouldn't have to pay for your goddamn turkey dinner. It's a drain on society. We have Cilantro Monster says TRD Turlington here. Oh, he's Turlington. Okay. Says YouTube changed my damn name again. I know it sucks. I don't know why that's happening. Wishing the entire Wham-ly a happy Thanksgiving. Which entree does everyone fear the most when it comes to blowing out the dirty monocle? That's a good question. What's the one dish in Thanksgiving that your brown eye is going to give all its secrets over to the toilet?
Broccoli casserole for me, because it's delicious. I'm gonna fuck it up, but it's broccoli, which gives you the most toots, mixed with cheese, which gives you the most brick up. So like that's the one.
Yeah, I love it, and I think it should be on the back of an American dollar. Macaroni and cheese. I think macaroni and cheese done right, you're gonna blow the toilet out. You're gonna break that toilet if it's done right. I know it's not Bent Element. This is Kyle. Says, you boys like Mexico? Yeah, we do. I've never been, but I would love.
Super Troopers would be a great Thanksgiving watch, by the way.
It's
that feels right. I don't know why. It has nothing to do with food other than the syrup that they chug, but like Super Troopers feels right.
It does. Actually, Liar Liar does feel right too.
It does. I don't know why. There's no
more. I feel like Liar Liar is more of a Christmas movie, but it does feel like a Thanksgiving.
Yeah, fucking.
I think the ultimate Thanksgiving movie though is, or one of them is Dutch.
Dutch
with
is good.
Ed O'Neill. It's so fucking good.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles would
that's
be
a good
mine.
one too. That's probably that probably is the ultimate.
Yeah.
Byron Hunson says, "Hey lads, never celebrated Thanksgiving, and from the land down under. He's from Australia. Hope yous have a good Thanksgiving and any funny stories from Thanksgiving."
This is a really dumb question.
You're also drunk when you wrote that.
It's a really dumb question. Is Thanksgiving just an American thing?
Mm-hmm.
It is, isn't it?
Are you
I never thought about that. Yeah, because the pilgrims and shit.
No,
yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't. If you go to England, they're going like, what?
I like, by the way, that like Christopher Columbus Day is like a big like, oh, we're not celebrating that.
Well,
but when it comes to Thanksgiving, everybody's like, yeah, well, I want.
Was it Christopher Columbus from Portugal? Didn't he get funding from?
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
I don't know. No, I thought that it was like it should be a Spanish holiday or a Portugal holiday. I don't know, Portuguese holiday.
Dude,
but yeah, it's weird.
Katie and I were talking about this today because I called it the Czech Republic, and she's like, "It's the Czech Republic, you fucking idiot." And I was like, "No, it's the Czech Republic."
Yeah,
like, I have no geographical knowledge whatsoever, dude. I got none.
Yeah. Czech Republic.
It sounds cooler to me. Czech.
That'll do it. No,
that.
Funny Thanksgiving stories. Nothing off the top of my head that would be over the top funny or anything. Like I don't have any.
My only one would be Kate's dad pissing on the pool table. It's the best I got. It's the best I got. It was a good time.
Yeah. The Kant 90. You missed my super chat in the beginning. F you. I don't. What
Hold strong where you are. I'll go try to find it. I'll go try to find it while you're digging.
He also says, same guy, Dan Cat 90. If you had to invite one horror movie villain to Thanksgiving dinner, who would it be, and what would you serve them? That's a great question, man. One horror movie villain to your Thanksgiving, and what would you serve them? I think I would invite Michael Myers because he's not going to complain about a lot. He's just going to sit there. As long as he's not going to kill anybody, he's just going to sit there, and I would serve him up a fresh dog casserole. Fresh dog.
By the way, his super chat from earlier was the same one, so we're good there. I am in total agreement with Jay. I think a silent, quiet person at the Thanksgiving dinner table is exactly what the doctor ordered. And then afterward, when everybody's passing out and farting and shit like that, he's just going to be basically like all the old dudes at the Thanksgiving dinner. He's just going to be sitting in a chair still, just staring at the TV with a blank look
farting,
in his eye.
Not making
perfect
any kind of movements. Yes,
perfect guest.
We have Robin Baker. Any scenes from any of the big three slashers that still creep you out? For me, the alley scene / Tina's death is a masterclass in terror and still scares me. Great question. The big three. So I'm assuming you're talking about Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that I could think of that I remember watching when I was a kid, and I was like, God damn, it was fucking ooey gooey. Was Nightmare 4 when that bitch became a cockroach. And it's when Freddy like appears in front of her and she's like lifting, and then he breaks her fucking elbows, and instead of seeing bone, you see parts of like the cockroach arm coming out, and she like morphs into this cockroach, and then he squishes it, and you see all the goo come from it. I think part 4 of Nightmare on Elm Street was the most fucking creepy one.
Yeah, I there's almost nothing from the big 3 that scares me at all anymore. But if there was going to be something, it would be
or just creep you out, or just creep you out.
It would be in Freddy. It would definitely be multiple scenes from Freddy. That's the only thing that still, when you watch it on replay today, that actually makes you like squirm a little bit. There's nothing in Friday's filmography or Halloween's that makes me feel that way. It's whatever it is, it'd be Freddy.
Yeah. Logan Misaska says Warrior 2011 is a damn 10 out of 10. Easy, hands down.
Cheers.
It is.
Yep.
Absolutely. I think that more eyes should be on Warrior. I don't know why it's not put in to the same category as something like Rocky or Rambo or Cinderella Man. A lot of people talk fondly of these types of films. And I don't know why I mentioned Rambo, just because it was also an amazing performance by Stallone. But yes, Warrior is without a doubt, for whatever fucking reason, it got snubbed by the Oscars. You should have given Nick Nolte, at least given Nick Nolte, Best Supporting Actor. Best supporting dude. It's one of the best performances of Nick Nolte's entire career.
When he was like,
just passed him over.
God, the son of a bitch! That was the fucking best acting I've ever seen.
And then when you have Tommy, he's like, "We're all lost, Tommy. We're lost."
Yeah. He's like, 3 minutes for your house. You lose this fight, you lose your house. For Frank Grillo,
it's so good.
I'll run through a fucking wall right now.
Come on, Tommy. You sound like a fucking mariachi band walking in there. Give me the pills. Dude, you can't overstate how good that movie is. And it's still shocking to me how many people haven't watched it or given it a chance. Tonight. It's so fucking good, dude. Yeah. It definitely have yourself a beer and cry.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going to do.
Iron Claw did too. You watch Iron Claw, you won't cry.
Yeah, but there's something about Warrior, and I remember I rented it on a whim on Amazon. I remember when it came out, it had just got released to Amazon because I didn't even pay attention to it when it was released in theater. And then when I saw it, I rented it. And the first thing I fucking did was I texted Mike and I texted my brother. I'm like, you guys have got to fucking watch this, dude. Because the brothers fought in the dude. It's so fucking good. Maybe I'm spoiling it, but I didn't know.
The only knock, dude, on Warrior is that it's completely unrealistic. You know, it really is completely unrealistic.
I was going to say at first I would say yes, but now you have Jake Paul taking on Anthony Joshua.
Nothing
is unrealistic.
No, that's a good point.
Nothing is unrealistic. Yeah. Emotionless Zombie says, who would win, the Mountain from Game of Thrones or Jason? Jason will whip that ass every fucking day of the week. Game of Thrones Mountain is badass, and he did some cool shit. He broke Pedro Pascal's jaw in half and like ripped it apart, and he was like, "Yeah, that's why you need to shut the fuck up more."
Yeah,
but
I'm
Jason
still giving it to
Jason.
Jason.
It's Jason.
Yeah.
It's Jason. Logan says also an R-rated Ghost Rider would be pretty damn cool. It would be. Yeah, and why are they not doing it?
Was one of those not R-rated? I thought one was R-rated.
No, the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider was not R-rated.
Oh, okay. That's what. Yeah, I totally agree with you though. By the way, and also I just want to say, Stacey, watching The Town. I watched that like 2 nights ago. I watched that twice a year. The Town is endlessly rewatchable.
Can anybody in the fucking chat tell us why Ghost Rider isn't already immediately labeled rated R and make a badass movie? Yeah. Why does Marvel have a hang up on not only Ghost Rider but Blade?
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes' Blade and Blade 2. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I love Blade 2, but why the fuck aren't you already moving ahead and doing those projects?
Yeah, needs to
Or
happen.
The Punisher. It's weird.
We need it. Give it to us.
Brent Element, which is Kyle, says, Jessica, this year there will be no leftovers. I don't know.
There will be no leftovers. Hey, Thanksgiving 2 coming next year. Thanksgiving time, by the way.
Papa Haiti says, Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. It's chicken tikka. Chicken tikka. By the way, we've told this joke before. Mike and I went and seen R.I.P.D. with Jeff Bridges and Ryan Reynolds when it was released, and we were going to do a review after it right away. And we were the only people in the fucking theater that laughed at that part. When Jeff Bridges with Ryan Reynolds is knocking on the door of this escaped inmate, and it's like, chicken tikka.
The best, dude. The best.
It's so fucking good, dude. I don't know why that shit was funny. I think it's because Jeff Bridges spit that shit out. like he was eating that shit. He was chicken.
I was glad we got to watch that in the theater together too. By the way, we were
was
both
so
fucking
good.
dying. We laughed for like 25 minutes after the joke was over. We couldn't
Yeah,
stop laughing.
it was a point where people probably in the theater were like, "What the fuck are these gay lords like laughing about?" It's over.
Yeah, us and the 3 other people.
Yeah. Casper, happy Thanksgiving, dudes. Remember the blonde in Frozen Foods with the doink doink, turkey's done. Doink doink, turkey's done.
Employee of the month, so good, dude. That's such an underrated comedy with Dane Cook. Bing bing, turkey's done. So good.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Crimson Black.
Hey, I just want to do it, Jay. I just want to do it. I just want to do it because I made it. It's Thanksgiving. I want to do it. Thank you,
You
Crimson.
slammed her, you dumped your donut, you gave her dog a snozzle. Give me a fucking break. He's probably a queer.
I made them by hand.
Enough of this Michael Myers.
You stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Bullshit.
Take that damn thing off.
Dude, what we need to do is we need to make another type of like something like that for just the 20 ones, the 20 bombs. Maybe shorten it down or something. And
Yeah,
just do Hiawatha. Just do Hiawatha.
Yeah,
or something like
that
that
one's
because that
really
gets me all
long.
the time. I also love when Marlon Wayne's eating the bread. And you're spitting it out. It's so fucking good. Anyway, Crimson Black says, hope you two have a dope Thanksgiving. Thank you both for all that you do. I know for myself, listening to you dudes has gotten me through some tough times, especially at work. Just know that it is highly appreciated. Love you. Hey, thank you,
appreciate you,
Crimson.
brother.
That's what it's
You
all
guys-
about, man. We're glad that we can give something back and you guys enjoy it. We wouldn't be here without your support. And you guys are awesome. You guys have always been awesome. And thank you. Thank you for listening.
It's an absolute goddamn treat to be able to share these moments with you guys. So we appreciate you more than you know, man. Thank you.
We have Cineroth saying, I made grilled cheese in the toaster drunk as fuck one time. Luckily, someone was awake and smoke was pouring out of the toaster, which I didn't notice. Yeah, dude. It's always a risky proposition while you're drunk to make food, especially with heating elements like a stove or even a microwave, because you might forget. And I've done that several times.
I've done that with pizza, but I thought a toaster was supposed to have its own natural like recoil system.
Some of them don't. I mean,
I'd also
dude,
never try to make grilled cheese in the toaster. That's interesting. I might try that later.
Dude, I remember that. I remember this one time I put I was so fucking dumb, dude. I was like, I want French fries. I was drunk. I was like, I want French fries. And we had frozen French fries in the freezer. And I put them on a fucking pan. And I put that bitch in the oven. Probably at 450. I took a guess. I was like 450. I was like,
that's a solid guess, by the way.
Do like 35, 45 minutes. It's going to be good. I passed out on the couch waiting for that fucker to be done. But I passed out until way later.
They look like frozen turds.
And the daddy woke me up and he's like, hey, son, your French fries are done. They're black and crispy. Do you not smell that? I'm like, no. It's like, well, they're done. Next time, don't put them in the oven. And put it and not like it was something like that. I'm like, all right, well, and then I ate it when I woke up.
That reminds me of the time that I stayed over your house when we were like 16, and your big dad wasn't home. He was on a business trip, and I was just trying to sleep on your floor. And you're like, dude, no, don't sleep on my floor. You're like, go sleep in Big Dad's room. I was like, are you sure, dude? Like, I shouldn't sleep in Big Dad's bed. He's gone. You're like, no, dude, go. It's fine. And then I wake my fucking ass up. Yeah, I wake my fucking ass up. It's like 6 a.m, and I hear Jay's dad yelling, and he bangs on the door, and he opens it, and he walks in. He goes, son, get your clothes, get out of here, get in the car. He was like, nobody sleeps in Big Dad's bed. Nobody. And I was like, Jay, you motherfucker.
Well, I didn't know he was going to react like that. Calm down. Milk your tits.
I was like, I was told to.
By the way, when I say like that was my biological father, which again, I had mentioned that before. I was very close to him. He passed away 2 years ago. I really had a string of bad luck anyway. 2021, my mom died. 2023, my biological father died, lost his battle to cancer. 2024, Big Dad died. My grandfather, who also raised me, died. So when I mentioned Daddy or Big Dad, if you guys are not up to date, Big Dad is my grandfather that raised me, and Daddy was my biological father, and that's what Mike's referring to. He was also very, a lot more militant on how he doled out punishment, or as far as he was like expressing his anger. And the fact that Mike was sleeping in Big Dad's bed, I was like, it's not like he was sleeping in King Henry VIII's
I fucking
bed.
knew better, but I was tired. You told me to go sleep.
No, it was a fucking bed. I was like, it's an open bed. He's not sleeping with me. I'm not gay. He's gonna sleep in a fucking open bed.
I was trying to sleep on the floor, motherfucker. You're like, no, dude, get out of my room.
Well, I was like, how weird is that? I was like, you're not Scott Stapp gonna write stories down there on the floor. We have Dr. Corndogs. Are we watching Strangers 3 teaser? I held it off.
So I mentioned it earlier. We're not going to play it because Jay hasn't seen this in the movies, and some people haven't. But I imagine it looks like shit, just like the last 2 movies have been fucking shit.
No, you're gonna get hate in the comments.
No,
you won't even watch
agree.
the trailer. You won't even watch the trailer.
Most people think it sucks. I'll watch it later, but yeah.
Okay. Sean Patoots says, patooties or patooties. I don't know. I'm thankful that we are the coolest people ever because we are Wham fans. Hey, I hope that's true. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I think you're cool. I think all you guys are cool. So thank you, man. We have Byron Hansen coming in again saying, this is LAPD. Everyone hates us. My mama ashamed me. Wait, this is LAPD. Everyone hates us. My mama ashamed me. She told everyone I'm a drug dealer. Look, he was doing Chris Tucker. I can't do Chris Tucker. Best action actor. Jackie Chan is my number 1. With Jean-Claude second, Arnold third, and Sly fourth. Man, come on. Just because Rush Hour 4 was named, you can't put Jackie Chan as your number 1.
Hey, dude, but Jackie Chan did a lot of shit over in a different country that we don't even know about.
Well,
he did some wild shit.
I did. I rented the first Jackie Chan movie I'd ever seen was Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah, and then Super Cop,
and those were all dubbed.
Yeah,
but he is a badass. But I'm not gonna put him as my number 1 best action.
Not for me personally, but I get it because, like, dude, where he came from, he was like God. Like, he was the only one big enough to come over here and still be a god.
Rapid fire, number 1 action hero. Give it to me. Tell me.
All time, I think it has to be Arnold. For me, it has to be Arnold, but it's tough.
I'd probably go Arnold, Sly, Jean-Claude, and then just to round it out, I'd have to put Steven Seagal. Yeah. Even though I don't like, he's a fucking fake and a phony now, and we all know that. But like, just those movies that he put out back in the day, dude, it was always high octane fun. The only time I ever saw that motherfucker die was an executive decision, and it was an executive decision to kill him off.
Yeah, that'd be my Mount Rushmore for sure. But Jackie Chan, respect.
Emotionless Zombie says,
it's not a short, but we got to do it.
You slammed her, you dumped your donut, you gave her dog a snozzle. Give me a fucking break, he's probably a queer.
I made them by hand.
Enough! This Michael Myers!
You stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey!
Bullshit!
Take that damn thing off.
Dude, every fucking time, dude. It doesn't matter how many times it's played. The hell gets you every time. Emotionless Zombie says, I had a crazy dream last night. I went camping with my friends. My fucking camera died because that's what happens when you're almost done with the fucking show. Either way, Emotionless Zombie says, I had a crazy ass dream last night. I went camping with my friends when all having that. God damn it!
He went camping with his friends when all of a sudden Pennywise appears and kills us. But then it turned out to be a premonition like Final Destination. Then I ditched their ass after. Dude, I have had
survival. I have to pee really quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Enjoy your pee time. Listen, I have crazy dreams all the fucking time, dude. All the time. But what's been weirdly happening to me, not to take the attention off your crazy ass dream, because I have those too. I've been having this weird fuck. It's only happened twice, but twice is a fucking enough. I snore sometimes when I lay on my back, but twice, man. And I get those kind of dreams. They happen to me too. I've woken up in the morning time to like an electronic sounding voice in my ear, and it goes, "Hello." Like that's not, it's more like, "How," and like it wakes me up, and I hear something saying hello in my ear, and it's me snoring, I think, because I'm like, oh. That's what, oh. But I hear like an electronic piping into my ear that goes hello, and it wakes me the fuck up. That's happened. First time I was like, all right, it's just me snoring, but it's happened twice now, and it sounds like an electronic piping into my ear that goes hello. And it fucks me up, dude. Fucks me up. Something's going on. So if I die, you know why. But I get those dreams, man. They're fucked up. Cinerot says, I make grilled chicken. Oh, we read that. Yeah, we read that. Where are we? What's going on here? I'm all over the place here. Right? Oh, excuse me. Cody Goodson said, Packers going down, Mike. Love you, Jay. Giants tried. Listen, Packers are playing the Lions tomorrow. Thanksgiving in Detroit. Packers beat the fuck shit out of the Lions in week 1. People calling the Packers frauds. Yeah, they had a couple bad games. They're trying to figure it out. I am very confident. And you can pull this clip up next week. The Packers will beat the fuck out of the Lions tomorrow. I feel it. We're going to depress Detroit even more than it's already depressed. And that's a hard thing to do. The Packers are going to fuck Detroit up tomorrow. And they're going to show the NFL who the fuck they are. Feel it. Like Mark Wahlberg said. Jay Tinsel, Thanksgiving is the best. It's a great time reconnecting with my aunt. She stuffs me like a... Oh, Jesus, God. I forgot it's JT Owsley. Thanksgiving is the best. It's a great time reconnecting with my aunt. She stuffs me like a turkey to get chubby bubby liftoff. Let's get chubby bubby liftoff. Then I send her home with plenty of leftovers all over her face. Well, that's just rude. All right. When she goes into the street and takes that shameful walk of shame after Thanksgiving, she shouldn't have gravy dripping from her jowls like a fatty. Sorry. It's like a liar. I feel sorry for them already. J10, you're a sick fuck. Papa Hades. You should listen to David Paulides' Missing 411. He claims links UFOs to unexplained, etc. I don't know what the fuck you just said, Papa, but I like you. He said, you should listen to David Paulides, Missing 411. He claims links UFOs to, I don't know what that means, but I like you. And I like the way your mouth tastes. Tiffany's Unapologetically Crazy, thank you very much, says, hey, dudes, or just Mike, have you ever wanted to try and portray another horror villain and character? And if so, who? Also, whatever happened to Satanic Susie? I love you guys. Happy holidays. Love you too, Tiffany. Happy Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and all of it. I got you. Wait. Why won't it let me add you? Oh, there it goes.
Because of fucking Satanic Susie. Yeah, sorry guys. I had to change the battery and pee.
Satanic Susie is in my daughter's closet currently because none of us wanted it in our domains, but it is still in the home, which is why I probably still have a string of bad luck.
Fuck you for sending that, Tiffany.
It wasn't her that sent it.
Oh.
That was a great video. That was a fun time. But if you could portray a horror villain, if you ever wanted to portray another horror villain and character, and if so, who? I wish to God that we had the accoutrement to be able to do Freddy Krueger, but it's impossible because like the makeup.
No, if you had to portray one though, if you had to be one, which one would it be?
In a movie? I think the funnest, if you were a good actor, which I'm not, the funnest would be Freddy Krueger. I would take Michael Myers just because I have so much practice doing the weird turns and shit. I think that would be fun. But if you're a good actor, Freddy Krueger would be the one.
I think, honestly, I think the best actor would be Pinhead. I would love to do Pinhead.
That'd be
Pinhead's got some of the coldest fucking lines in horror cinematic history. Tear your apart. We've only just begun to explore your flesh. I think that he's got such a badass way that he delivers lines, and it's not just Doug Bradley, the character itself. And by the way, I watched a recent brief little behind the scenes, not documentary, but like a kind of like clip did on Hellraiser, and I didn't know this, but apparently the studios were pushing them real fucking hard to make. There was two options. They were like either make Pinhead Freddy Krueger-ish, where he's dropping one-liners and he's trying to be funny, or make him like Michael Myers or Jason, where he doesn't say anything. And then Doug Bradley was like refusing all of that, and he was like, no, I want him to be different. I want him to be a cold, calculating type of general, where he's like, I'm going to explain exactly how I'm going to rip your cheeks apart.
I like that.
I'm going to put this barbed wire up through your anus hole, and you're going to like it.
I like that better.
I think that was the smartest fucking decision ever as far as a horror villain goes, because it set itself apart. Because again, Freddy Krueger is a unique. He's not necessarily. I mean, you can look at Chucky. Chucky's also a shit talker as far as a killer, like a supernatural killer. So he's kind of on his own spectrum. But Freddy Krueger is Freddy Krueger, right? And then you have Jason and Michael, which is in their own category. And it was really smart. I don't think that Hellraiser, I'm not saying it would be completely devoid of fans. But Doug Bradley's performance as this very in charge theatrical attitude that he brought to that role, without that, I think Pinhead would have been lost in the sauce. Definitely. I think he would not be remembered as fondly because Pinhead's unique and he always will be unique. And that's what I think that was great.
That's what I like about
I'm going to watch that tonight, by the way. I have in my queue list, I'm going to watch Hulu's Hellraiser and try to force myself to like it.
Oh, that's a choice. That's a choice that you're going to make.
Yes.
I don't think you're going to have a great
Well, no,
time,
I've literally
personally.
watched all. The only other one that I've like, I swear to God, dude, I've watched Hellraiser Judgment like 4 or 5 times. Hellraiser Judgment is actually a good movie. It's a good fucking movie.
Oh, no, it is. It's underrated.
And that guy is not Doug Bradley at all. But that dude
Paul
took
T. Taylor,
on,
I think it was.
yeah, exactly, dude. He took on the role of that particular character, knowing the boots he was stepping into with Doug Bradley, and I think he fucking knocked it out of the park.
I couldn't agree more. A couple more before we send you into the Thanksgiving night, my friends. Jake says, sorry, boys, one more just to torture you real quick. Jay specifically, because you easily eliminated the Jean-Claude movies. Sub him out with Kurt Russell. You got to get rid of Tombstone, The Thing, Escape from New York, motherfucker.
Are you just telling me that you didn't like my choice and you're making it harder?
Because originally it was Arnold, Jean-Claude, and Stallone. So fuck, Mary, kill.
All right.
Kurt Russell instead of Jean-Claude.
All right. This is going to be controversial. All right. And I get it. But I'm probably going to remove Arnold from the playing board if Kurt Russell's involved. I have to. Dude, I like Kurt Russell more. I like his movies more. There's something about his movies that are more grounded. They're cooler. They have the. I mean, obviously Arnold's badass, dude. You got Terminator 2. You have Twins. You have True Lies. You have Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer. He's obviously a badass, right? But there's something about Kurt Russell films, especially from the 80s, Big Trouble in Little China, The Thing, Tango and Cash, that's like Escape from New York, Escape from LA. There's something like charmingly cool about Kurt Russell that's not so much with Arnold. I'll keep Stallone with my Rambo and Rocky. I'll say, unfortunately, goodbye to Terminator. But I can't say goodbye to Kurt. I can't.
I hate it, but I respect it. Christopher Sampson said, I wish you dudes a happy Thanksgiving. Do you ever think about how you would take down Simon Gruber and Die Hard with a vengeance? I do. Dude, that guy was hard to take down. I mean,
Simon
it took
Gruber?
the Tylenol. Yeah, Simon Gruber, the brothers. Like, I once met a man from St. Ives with 7 wives. That fucking guy.
You know, he would have been a great that almost if you put Bruce Willis in a Batman costume, that was like the Riddler.
Yeah, dude, he was so good. That's such a good point, too. Yeah, dude, that's I think Bruce Willis took him down the best way possible. That was a great ending to a great movie.
How would
with
you
the pistol from the helicopter? Fuck.
How would you take him down?
I would have died because I suck at riddles and shit. He would have killed the fuck out of me. So I would have been.
Yeah,
I got nothing.
I love him. He's like, hey, asshole. He's like, hey, your brother was an asshole. He's like, yeah, he was a big asshole. He's like, you have any Tylenol? I got a bad fucking headache all day long. He's like, actually, I do. I think the way to take down Simon Gruber, I think if you call him on his bluff. Because he was bluffing a lot of the
He was going to blow up a whole school of children.
No, but
he
bluffed that. Remember, it was syrup.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to kill kids. I think
Yeah.
if you call him on his bullshit, his because he was obsessed with John McClane because he killed his brother. I think if you call him out on his bullshit and just not give it in, maybe, and tracked him.
Yeah, clearly though, also his one vice was pussy because that one girl was like, "Come fuck me."
You think that girl was hot? Her face was all jagged, but her fucking
into
body was pretty hot.
I understood. And finally, Immortal says Final Destination is finally in production. Are you guys excited? I am. I'm always fucking pumped for a new Final Destination movie. I hope that the special effects don't look so shitty. And I realize it wasn't all CGI. They did some practical, but like when Jay and I did a commentary for it just a couple weeks ago. It was hard not to notice some of the really bad special effects. So I hope that this time they'll do it a little more practical because I think Final Destination deserves that. You know?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm like interested if they're going to bring back Devon Sawa.
That would be fucking
in
rad
some
if they did that.
capacity, in some way.
Yeah, because technically he's dead, but you never know.
Well, he's dead, but I mean, you can bring like fucking Skeet Ulrich as a fucking Force ghost and Scream. You can bring back Devin Sawa.
You got a point. Angel, new member. Thank you. Welcome to the fuckaroo fuckaraya.
You're an angel to us.
DJ Dream Entertainment. Good to see you, buddy. He said you guys watch Terrifier.
I'm playing it. I'm
playing
playing it, dog. It's fun. It's really fun. It's like the Simpsons arcade. I talked about this on Monday. By the way, again, gonna plug that shit, guys. We're live on Mondays at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. We're live for about, it depends, probably 30 minutes to an hour. Not long. You guys can pop in, show some support. That's cool. If you're not, it's watch it on the replay. But yes, it's a fun game. It's right now it's on sale, I think, for $17.99. I think it's well worth it. And if you guys like this, the Simpsons arcade game back in the day, it's a side scroller beat 'em up. It's fun. It's a fun way. You just turn your brain off and you have fun with it. It's a good game.
That's the best part of those games for sure. And finally, and just one good time for good measure, because it's Thanksgiving and we made this for Thanksgiving, and happy fucking Thanksgiving, DJ Graham, brought to you by.
You slammed her, you dumped your donut, you gave her dog a snozzle. Give me a fucking break, he's probably a queer.
I made them by hand.
Enough! This Michael Myers!
You stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Bullshit!
Take that damn thing off.
DJ says,
yeah, dude.
One time back when I watched Superbad for the first time, I was so distracted by how funny the movie was, I forgot I had hot dogs on the stove. By the time I got upstairs, the water in the pot was gone.
Damn,
they were
that's
just fucking
crispy
flying
dogs.
there.
That's a crispy wiener. That's a crispy wiener.
That'll get you, dude. Dude, one time, and I forgot about this. We weren't drunk or anything, but Katie, we just walked into the house and Katie forgot she left something on the stove on. And it was one of those Pyrex, like glass serving dishes. And it was on the stove cooking. And dude, it was so fucking scary because you turn the corner and she's like, it's been on for fucking hours and it's going to explode. It was like a thick glass thing. And I was like, I'm scared to go turn it off because at any minute this thing was going to just fucking explode. And right when I started to turn the corner to go after it, it fucking exploded. And I turned around the corner and glass fucking went everywhere. I almost ate a face full of fucking glass. That shit was scary. But also, you
should have walked through it like the devil in Constantine.
Turn back around to her like, look what's done.
Yeah. Hey, but that's it. That's the show, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on we're almost at Thanksgiving. We're an hour away, less than an hour away, but we really appreciate you guys' patronage. We appreciate you guys showing up, and we love you guys. We've always loved you guys, and again, without you guys, this shit wouldn't be possible. So I don't know. I'm not really good at giving thanks, I suppose, but I am always grateful. You guys have been awesome to us throughout the years, and like Mike had mentioned it before, it's something to be very thankful for. So thank you guys.
Yeah,
really,
you guys make this holiday and every other one so much better already. Just doing this with you guys, experiencing it with you guys, and I hope you guys have a fucking awesome day tomorrow. I hope you win your football bets, unless you're betting against the Packers. Fuck you. And we love you guys so much. Thanks for being a part of our friendship and being our friends. Good night. Happy fucking Thanksgiving. We'll see you Monday at 11 a.m.
See you then.
Bye.